Yo, what's up, Cugines? What's going on? So check this out, man. This is what's been going on with me lately. So, we got a new t-shirt drop coming up. It's my graffiti work. I finally put out some more of my art. So I'm really excited for that. That should be out in about a week or so. We're dropping in stores late November, not late October. I messed up a couple episodes ago, so forgive me. We be smoking over here at Good Pizza. So, the main grand openings so far are gonna be a Zen Wellness and Main Stage. Date to be determined, and there's more coming. The New Jersey, New York City pizza tour is going down end of October. If you want to tap in with Good Pizza, lock in with me now. Let's meet up, let's smoke, let's vibe. And then Good Pizza Media has really been cracking off, and to the point where we want to help other brands create content and media for their brands, because we all know media is king these days. So if you're trying to bring your brand to life and get some media cracking, tap in with me and my Cugines. We got you covered. We'll see y'all next time. We'll see y'all on the show. What's good? It's your boy Jay Peasy. Welcome back to the Good Pizza Podcast, where we're gonna smoke some good tree, chop up game, break some bread, and talk good pizza. Today, we have a very special guest. He's a San Francisco native, started out in the graffiti world and somehow always landed at the right places and the right times with the right people around him in the weed game. It's no surprise coming from SF that he's been spoiled with fire trees his whole life. At the end of the day, he's a major factor in the cannabis world. He's a part of a real Nor Cal Cannabis history. He's passionate for the plant like no other, and he's all around stand-up guy. And I'm happy to call him a new friend, my man. Floe.
Right on,
Str8
bro.
Flame. What's up, brother?
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for coming down, bro.
Long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, for real, man. And I'm happy to have you here, man. You were one of the cats that, like, all my friends have real solid things to say about you. I've been following your path, your career for some years now, and you know what I mean? It's just, we had so much shit in common. I'm like, I gotta meet this fucking guy, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And here we are.
Yeah, just like we were saying, like, our first time meeting, but bro, you're the homie.
Yeah,
like, I already knew. Like, first time interacting through DMs, it's like, I fuck with this guy.
Fucks with him. Yeah. Fucks with him. That was cool, man.
I thought the same shit.
Right. That's good shit, man.
Quick.
So yeah, man. Let's dive into the story of Str8 Flame, man. Like, I know, you're a San Francisco native, man. Let's take it back when you were a little shorty, man, running around SF, man. What was that like, bro? What's the beginning like for Tone?
Man, it was different. San Francisco was different. When I go to city now, I feel like a tourist.
No shit.
I feel like there's a couple neighborhoods like I guess the Richmond district in San Francisco to me is pretty similar, and the Excelsior is the same. But man, the city's changed so much. But,
for the better or worse?
I mean, I'm an old ass hater. That shit's weak now. But I love the city. Home is where the heart is.
For sure.
It's just I guess with everything, it's just a different crowd there now. Like I don't feel like a native there anymore.
No shit. A stranger in your own city.
Yeah.
You had both parents at home as a kid?
No, I had my mom and my grandma.
Okay.
My mom took care of my grandma took care of her mom, my great grandma, and then my great aunt, and then my two sisters. It was just a house full of women.
Okay.
And little Floe.
What's up?
Hell
yeah. So you just had two sisters, no brothers?
No, I'm the oldest. Yeah, I got two sisters, 4 years younger than me, and then 11 years younger than me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like 31 and 38. I'm 40. I'm about to be 42 in a couple weeks. So.
Oh boy.
Nice. Congratulations.
Right on.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
For making it.
So SF, high school. Take me through high school in SF, bro. Where'd you go to high school? What was that shit like?
I went to George Washington in the Richmond district. I went to Wash for like 2 months and dropped out.
Okay. Freshman year? See you later?
Freshman year, I was out.
Okay.
And then I was like, we got evicted out of our house. And my family moved up to Santa Rosa. And I was like, I'm not going there. I just stayed in the city. I was couch surfing.
Oh, okay. That was young, bro. Freshman year.
15, yeah.
Couch surfing.
15.
Yeah.
I was out.
On your own?
On my own.
Impressive.
And
wow.
I mean, to be honest, like at that age, like my coming up was not the best environment.
Sure.
A lot of drugs, alcohol.
Yeah.
Right.
Mom strung out on dope and shit.
Yeah.
I literally at 15 made the decision to stay in the city with my friends just based on like going up to Russian River and Santa Rosa where they were moving to. I was just like, dude, if I go there, I'm gonna just be a dope fiend.
No
Like,
shit.
that's that was my mindset at
damn.
15. Just
Already
knowing,
know.
you know, knowing the dynamics in my
shit.
family, and
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I was like, man, my best, you know, the best fucking move for me on some survival shit was just couch surf
bro.
and just run with my friends.
Yeah.
You know, we were tight since
Sure.
I met most of my friends at 10 years old. So,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, I was my crew through graffiti.
Sure.
But yeah, I did ninth grade, like a couple months at George Washington High, and then I dropped out. And then my sophomore year, my best friend's parents, who are basically like fucking my saviors. If they didn't get a hold of me when they did, I'd just be a totally different character right now.
shit,
But yeah,
man.
they had me.
Shout out to them, bro.
Yeah, super shout out to the Weinsteins.
Hell yeah.
My homie Rem and Al, two brothers. They just, their parents, dude, just always looked out for me and brought me in. They were like,
awesome.
come live with us. Like, you know, very stable home. Like,
Right.
they had a software company
Oh,
that
nice,
was
man.
like, dude, his mom's
That's some
was
bread?
in Forbes. Yeah, she was in Forbes. Like,
There you go.
they were doing it. Computer software company.
Wow. Some San Francisco shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Where a city hood rat, like, you know, kid from the bottom can be friends with someone like this.
Exactly.
Only in the city, man, where something like that
And
pops up.
still, in hindsight, it's like, why the fuck did you guys let me into your house again?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
They must have seen you had a good heart, bro. You probably had a good heart.
They fuck with me tough since the
Yeah.
day. Still, right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Which-
right now, they
Go
fuck.
get a plate.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
For sure. For sure.
For sure.
Which was probably some sort of a shock going from completely unstable
Yeah,
most
right.
of your life, probably pretty grown up, pretty young from what you've seen at early ages, to now this stable dinners at 8.
Exactly.
Is
Exactly.
that nice?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
great.
Like,
You
bro, like
embraced it.
chores,
Right.
allowance,
Right.
every couple months, like, here goes $400, go buy some new shoes. Like,
Right.
Let's go.
like dope shit, you know? And
Hell yeah.
fucking,
That is.
my boy turned, yeah, I guess we were going to school sophomore year. He was 16. Yeah, we turned 16. And fucking, you know, he had an Explorer, and we just fucking drive to school.
go.
Like, bro, it was life, dude. 'Cause
School?
People,
Did you go back to school?
So that was the deal. Come live with us. We'll
Get back in
give you
school.
this.
cool.
We'll give you a room in our
you go.
at our place, and all you need to do is go to school. And I was
trade.
like,
Say
come on, man,
less.
say less.
Yeah, say
you know?
less.
Say
man. Sign
less.
me up. Where do I sign up?
Yep. So yeah, that's what I did. I went to McAteer for my sophomore year.
Okay.
I did the whole sophomore year there, and then at the end of the sophomore year, my mom and grandma got like a nice little townhouse up in Santa Rosa,
Okay.
and I enrolled in for school in Santa Rosa.
Okay.
I forget the name of the school. I want to say it was Pioneer High in Santa Rosa. I did like a month there, and then my dad passed away,
Oh shit. man.
overdosed.
Damn.
So when that happened, I was
sorry.
just like, I'm done. I'm back to the streets. I need my friends.
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
I couldn't
for
be
sure.
couldn't be up there. You know,
Fuck, dude.
not that I couldn't have made friends, but I was just like, I need,
Wasn't your
I need,
scene.
I need my comfort zone.
And this
Yeah,
was
for sure.
like, and this was damn near why you didn't go there
Yeah.
the first time, but stayed in the city because it was going to be some shit like this. Then you get there and some shit like this happens. You're like,
And the only move was to get back to the city, dude. That was the
Facts.
only fucking thing I was trying to do was get back to the city.
facts.
But that was basically that was the end of my school run.
Okay.
I dropped out of school, and then the following year, basically, Social Security was going to give me like 900 something bucks if I enrolled into school.
No
Because
shit.
from my dad dying, I guess from his
Okay.
SSI, if he would have went retired, if you have
got you.
kids under 18,
Right.
if they're enrolled in a school, they'll get like they'll get a certain amount of money.
bucks.
So me and my sister, it was like 900 something bucks. So I enrolled into a continuation school,
We back in school.
back into school. It was dope though. Like continuation school was like, you just show up and you just have like this like booklet of math questions, and like you have English, and you just work at your own pace.
Right.
There's a teacher in the room, but like I could just show up, knock my shit out in an hour, and dip. You know what I mean? As long as I got enough credits by the end of the year, I get my GED. So
There you go.
I did that. I basically got my GED by the time I would have graduated if I would have stayed in school.
There you go. Boom.
Just
So yeah,
took a different
that
way.
was
Wrong with that.
that was my school run.
Let me ask you this: when did the graffiti start? In high school?
Nah,
bombing in
graffiti
high school?
started in 1990. I was
How old were you?
10 years old.
Oh, so you was young, man.
Nah, I was about
I was
9 years old.
I was about 11.
I was
11,
9.
12.
We moved from over by Masonic in San Francisco. We moved out to 48th Ave, and then that's just where I kind of just
Picked up a marker or a spray
where you
paint?
jumped
Like a
off the
Magnum 44 type shit?
yeah.
Just murdering
I want to
balls?
say first time marker was probably a Magnum 44.
Yeah.
You remember at Safeway, like you'd go up to the aisle and there's that in the beginning of the aisle, there's like a display of like Coke and it says buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to write that with a marker.
No shit.
So there was a lady in the Safeway, Ocean Beach Safeway. She'd be in the store. It wasn't every day, but like she'd be in there once a week. And she'd have this shopping cart and she'd be pushing the shopping cart around with all these like, you know, the labels that she'd write on.
Yeah.
And she'd have a box with hella Magnums and SG7s.
Oh, let's go.
So I got cool with her. I tell her I'm into art and this and that.
Sure.
What do you do with the markers when they run out of ink? She's like, oh, we throw them away. Like, I need those.
Yeah.
So I used to get, she was the plug.
Right.
I'd get like fucking like 10 markers at a time. She'd stack them and save them for me. And then, you know, we'd go to the art supply store, steal the mini tiny little pilots, put them in a sock or shake out the ink and then just fucking pour them in there. So I was,
bro.
I was,
You had to do all that shit?
yeah, early.
Fuck,
Yeah, we
bro.
ain't have no money for ink.
We're
We have no money
we're
for
so
ink.
fucking resourceful. God
Yeah,
damn.
I was plugged with markers right out the gate.
That's sick, bro.
And then we used to, me and my homie Joe and Gil, like every day, like clockwork, we would hit. What was it on 25th? Was Craig and Auto Parts. Like this was every day.
Yeah,
We
tell
go
me, talk
in
to me, bro.
and we're going to steal paint, spray paint. We go to Cragen on 25th. We'd hit. I think it was.
Which ain't easy to steal. It's just loud.
Oh, yeah.
Shaky.
And
you know what I'm
we're
saying?
dirty little kids with
Just
ink
skinny little
stains
fuckers.
all over our
Yeah.
all over our clothes. You know what I
Baggy
mean?
sweats.
Hell yeah.
And we go in and like if someone ever walked up to the aisle and asked if we needed help, we always tell them we're painting our go-kart like 5 days a week, every day the same shit. You know?
Thick ass
But,
cars, boys.
We'd hit that. We'd hit Gables for stealing little pilots, little markers, and then there was a big ass like a big ass paint shop on Masonic across the street from the bus yards called Standard Brands.
Nice.
And we go there and just try to rack cans every fucking day.
Yeah.
And then we get on the bus and we take it back to Point Lobos. The Geary would go up to Point Lobos by the Cliff House and the end of the line. Like where the buses like get to the end of the line, the bus driver will take a nap or chill or eat his lunch. It was right alongside Point Lobos. Is a lot of trees,
Okay.
so you could hide in the trees, see the bus come up. He hits the lights, and we just jump out and just bomb the buses.
Oh shit! They ever
Yeah, dude,
hop
it was
out on
like-
you and chase
Oh
you
yeah,
away?
yeah, all the time,
all that.
all the time. That shit was like clockwork, dude. Like every fucking day.
Damn.
1990, 91.
Now, were you with an older crew, or was
No,
this a group of y'all age? You're a group
No,
of
we
9
were-
and 10 year olds.
Yeah, we're 9, 10, 11-year-olds. And
That's
the
fucking
older
crazy, bro.
the older crew,
Damn.
the older crew that used to hit Point Lobos, actually DM Dank Mob, that was the crew. It was
Okay.
a bunch of cats in the avenues who ended up, you know, as they got older and we got older, like that's who we'd page for sacks later on.
Yeah, you know how it
Dank
go.
Mob, Dank Mob.
Whether you were in the graffiti world or skateboard world, there was some older heads that had it,
Yeah.
and you were kind of
Absolutely.
in the clique already, so it was
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. The reason I asked you that because we was talking about schools, I was like known for like hitting everybody yearbook. Everybody's like, yo, sign my yearbook, yo, do my name, do my
Yeah.
name. So I did mad names
Yeah.
in yearbooks.
Right.
I did, I did the trains a little bit, markers a lot, trains a little bit. But yeah, you were in it way fucking.
I was a
thicker,
tagger
bro.
though. I wasn't like a piecer.
Yeah, I was more a tagger.
Right.
I would
yeah.
I would
did a
tag
couple
with
pieces.
the can,
Yeah.
But at 10 years old,
Yeah.
bro, I used to like have to. Like I
Yeah,
had no,
bro.
I couldn't hold a can
Yeah,
with my little hand.
Yeah, little ass hand.
To,
Damn,
to
10
tag
years old?
to
Yeah,
tag on the
like,
panel or the roof, I used to have to stand on the seat.
bro.
Me and Sear, like your
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah,
We're the
bro.
little guys.
Yo, I've seen
literally.
compilation fucking San Francisco graffiti videos floating around with your tag, your boy
Oh,
Sid,
yeah.
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it's fucking
That was
crazy.
A lot of
bro.
those tags in that is like 2003, 2004. We were already grown up. We already retired.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were like,
That's
we
fucking
had
cool.
cars and we were just like bored. Like, hey, let's just go bombing. And just
Yeah, yeah.
the streets. A lot of that shit, the Sear and Rove and Floe shit. A lot of that is like much later.
Much later,
We're
okay.
much older.
Just old enough.
Which is
like,
now fucking vintage. That was 20,
Yeah.
20 years ago shit.
Do you ever see any of your shit still up when you go back to the city? Have you ever like ever
I look.
run
There's a
into
couple
anything?
spots like in the avenues that I know it's there just because I was never like on the like. So if we hit the streets and there's like this big wall in the corner and everyone's just killing the corner, I would walk up to the curb and hit a little flow, hella small.
Yeah.
I didn't like fat caps. I
Okay.
liked the pencil tips, the phantoms, the smaller
Okay.
tips. Because I wanted to hit shit
small
where
shit.
when they come to buff it and they see the whole corner,
They're not even touching your shit.
they're fucking walking right past my shit
Yeah,
to buff
bro.
everyone else's. So I was
Hell
always
yeah.
like trying to hit the little cutty little
cutty
shots.
spots. I like it.
Yes,
I like
yes,
it. That's cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, so, boom.
Let me get that torch, please.
Yeah. So we're back in yeah, I had to take you back real quick.
Yeah.
So we're back in
Whoa.
so high school's
Guess
done.
we need to find out when the weed came into your
Yeah,
life because I'm sure we're past that
Yeah,
in
we
time
past that?
right now. I'm sure we're
Yeah,
already in
fuck
high
it. You
school.
should bomb
He
the
dropped
shit
out of
at
high
11,
school.
bro.
Exactly.
All right, let's just hit it with that.
When did
When did you start first smoke weed? That's the question out here, but let's just get that out the way now because I feel like we skipped it.
First time I smoked was summer of '93. I was 12, 13. Dr. Dre, Chronic.
facts. Summer
Yeah, I was
93.
10.
That's when it came out.
Yes.
August 93.
That's when I first started smoking. But I've been around weed my whole life. My grandma's like an old school hippie.
Yeah, I've
I
never
just-
seen her.
The
on
smell,
Instagram.
yeah.
She's
smell
awesome.
of weed is like as long as I can remember.
For sure.
I remember being before my sister was born, so I must have been 3 years old. In the stroller, Graham pushing me through the park, smoking a
Chiefing.
doobie.
God bless her. It's
Did
fucking
some-
awesome, bro.
Did something stop you from smoking when you was out at 9, 10 bombing trains? Did anything stop you, or your group just wasn't chiefing at that time?
Nah, we weren't smoking. We smoked beaties. I smoked beaties.
Yeah.
I used to smoke.
Beaties, yeah, dude.
Yeah, with the little pink
the
little
leaf
fucking,
of the- yeah.
Little wrap at the bottom. Look like a joint.
goddamn
Smelled crazy.
fucking Indian pubic
Yeah.
hairs on the inside
Yeah,
of them
bro.
joints.
Yeah,
Foul.
Yeah.
Talk about regulation. Them
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
things
Yeah,
need to be
dude.
regulated.
It was
Those are the
like they would-
dirtiest
It's a leaf with some
things
shit wrapped
ever.
up in it.
But
Yeah.
they would get you almost high.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like
12-year-old?
12-year-old.
Yeah, it was like
Pitch in 33 cents, you
Yeah.
get a pack, and fucking
Fuck
get
yeah.
all dizzy.
you
That
do
was,
feel the change.
that was
Yeah.
why we smoked beaties. That was why
Y'all
we
ever smoked
smoked.
the harms? The people say it all different. The germs, the harms,
What's
the
that?
clove
Cloves?
cigarettes. Yeah.
Nah.
Oh yeah.
We was
Nah.
Still to this day.
Because it got a rep early that like it would make your lungs bleed and shit. Like niggas
Yeah.
would be loogie blood. The
Yeah.
clove talk. Like so it got
I
a bad rep.
hate that smell still to this day.
There was always a weird bitch
bro.
that,
Or when
that smoked them.
someone makes a ham,
Yeah.
put the cloves
The
on
cloves,
it.
bro.
Oh,
Instantly,
fucking,
bro.
So there's smells that are nostalgic. That's like, oh, that reminds me
Yeah.
of this. That fucking that cloves on the ham. It's like,
Fucking
shit
clove
reminds me
cigarettes.
of when they smoke clove cigarettes.
Yo, I go back to Jersey. My boy Domingo's still smoking them shits, bro. You gotta stop, bro.
Out here, it
So,
was always like
He's 40 years old, bro. Stop it.
it was like an earthy bitch out here, like a
Yeah.
a real nature bra. We put
Okay.
clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was more like a hood thing for us, bro. It's like the hood cats was smoking the
Chicks used to
hotties.
smoke them out here.
No shit. Okay. Okay. It was like what we tried to do to get off the cigarettes. We're like, nah, I don't smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smoke cloves. Like what?
That was
Oh,
blacks.
you winning? Nah, there's no nicotine in these. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. But we know. We thought we thought.
We thought we knew, right?
We thought we fucking knew.
So
first
12
time you smoked. Boom.
First time we smoked,
How old were
it
you?
was I was 13, just about
13?
to turn 13. Me and my homie Joe, SV, and Delvin Cookie Monster. We ran
hell
into
yeah.
my
Cookie
two older
Man,
cousins.
rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
man.
peace,
Hell
Alfie
yeah.
D. We ran into my two cousins. So there was an apartment building a block away from where we lived, and they had a basketball court back there. You know, knew a bunch of kids who lived in the building.
Sure.
See my cousins playing basketball back there, and we were like, "Come on, give us a joint, give us a joint." And I ain't never smoked. I think Joe smoked before. Me and Delvin hadn't smoked.
Okay.
We're like, "Give us a joint," and they're like, "If you beat us in basketball, we'll give you a joint." And we fucking beat them, and they give us a
Hell yeah.
joint. So right there in the, it's the end of the line for the buses, the turnaround for the bus routes.
Yeah.
But back then it was a rock field. It was just dirt.
Oh, no
Just
shit,
rock.
bro.
So we got a joint. We just fired up in the rock field.
So you blazed the first time with your boy Cookie Monster, Delvin. So you guys go back. I knew
Yeah.
you guys were like best friends.
Yeah.
I could tell from Instagram, but wow, bro, that's
Yeah.
special, dog. Holy
Day one shit.
bro. Wow, that's dope.
You know, we all used to tag.
Oh, he tagged too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What was his tag?
At that time, it was Rent.
Rent?
Rent.
I like it.
HBO.
All right.
And then you tag Glow.
Glow?
Yeah.
GLO?
GLOW.
W?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Those are good letters. I fucks with it. Bro, my first tag name was Manifest. Too
That was long.
So long. I didn't even know what it meant, but I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a cool word, but then I literally manifested my whole life and
There
learned
you
how
go.
powerful that word was.
Yeah.
But like, one of my homies like, yo, bro, yo, that shit long, P. You got just cut that shit down, but you're gonna get fucking busted, bro. What are you doing?
Right.
It's like some East Coast 5%er shit.
You feel me? Yeah, some godbody shit. You feel me?
One of my first main tags was Rescue.
Rescue?
And
Okay.
to be quick, it would RESQ.
RESQ. So my first tag was immature because I was like 11, 12. And then the R&B group dropped immature. And like I was way too gangster back then to even admit I liked R&B. I didn't like R&B. I was too tough for R&B.
Yeah.
And I was heartbroken, man. I felt like they stole my
ruined
name.
it.
You feel me?
Ruined it.
Ruined it,
Yeah.
bro. So it was on to the next one. That's dope, bro. So boom, smoked at 13, got into the weed shit. So when did your career start? So I feel like you started selling weed and like really started taking off with it. You fell into
A lot
the
of
culture.
a lot of just smoking in the
Okay.
beginning, obviously. D Cookie Monster, he was busting moves like before
Okay.
all of us.
Okay.
Early.
You know, that's what he was doing. He would get like a zip or a half zip and fucking 0.7 them to death and smoke for free and
20s.
That's
buy
right.
a fucking burrito.
I got
That's right.
5 on it.
That was D's
Fuck
hype.
yeah.
Fucking middle school, 8th grade, I think.
Okay.
So it was just smoking for shit, I don't know, a couple years. It wasn't until we got evicted and I was like couch surfing
Yeah.
that the homie, older homie, Mint Browski, actually Sear's cousin.
Okay.
He had this weed that no one else had, and it was like the best shit ever, but it's also like it's outdoor. Like
Okay.
now that I'm grown
that
up
you
and
know.
I know it's fucking outdoor, but it was fire. And we used to just call it Browski. So
Browski, okay. Shout out to Browski.
because his name was Jim Brow, and everyone would call him Browski.
For sure.
He tagged Matt from Arm
MENT?
MENT Arm Mob. Yep.
Okay.
Out in the avenues, Richmond District, and he's the first one to like put me on with some sax.
Fuck yeah, Browski.
Browski.
So what does a Browski taste like? What was the terp profile like? Is anything remotely close to remind you of this shit?
Just skunk,
Skunky? Okay.
like skunk,
Like burnt rubber,
Asshole.
fucking
like
skunk
it's
asshole.
like on your
a good one.
tires.
Yeah, for
Hit
sure.
that shit instant.
If you're burning rubber over a skunk's asshole,
If you hit a skunk,
if you're a skunk.
that's the smell.
That's the Browski.
That's Browski.
Fuck yeah.
It's Browski. Ugly ass outdoor,
Oh yeah.
gross. Didn't break down. You had to tear it apart.
Oh man.
Garbage. But fire. You know,
like
like
a
the look
champ.
of it. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Browski would get no love on Instagram these days.
Right. He's still doing his thing?
No, he's actually not.
Not, okay.
Nah, he's been out for a while.
For sure.
Now, where at the beginning, were you immediately like weed culture? Were you noticing different tastes? Were you looking for different weed, or were you just getting your 20 and
we were like we were fucking spoiled with weed. You know, like having Browski, and then one of our homies, and these are all older cats, you know, the generation above us.
Yeah.
Right.
Nade and fucking
I've heard of
Brow
Nade.
and bro,
Tell me about Nade, bro.
Nade.
I hear about this a lot.
Back in the day,
Catch
there's
names.
even I think it's 11.5. They talk about smoking Nade. We don't even care that it's sprayed. It's a song.
Okay.
And it
Shout
used
out
to
to
be like
11.5.
Nade, that it's weed sprayed with Raid. No, it's
Oh
not.
fuck.
11.5 was a Bay Area rap group from Northern California.
Okay.
Ever heard
that
Garcia Vegas?
got big fame in the
It's a
north.
song.
Nah.
Wow, you gotta listen to that.
They were big
No,
up
bro,
here.
I'm a huge hip hop head. I
put
just
you-
don't know
I'll put you
the
on,
underground
yeah.
Bay Area shit. You feel
some
me?
old weed.
Hell yeah.
Some good old weed songs.
Love that, bro. I need it.
But yeah, Nade was like, so like there's gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
This was like chemical,
Oh, okay.
not like chem.
Chemi?
Nah,
No?
not like chem. This is like
Okay.
like a 55-gallon drum of some shit with the
Some
fucking
ether.
skull and the fucking bones.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
with this smell.
Yeah.
Like
That's
that.
what Nade was to me.
Fuck, man.
That's
New
what
York
Nade was.
Haze. Like the original New York
Yeah,
Haze in New York.
Yeah.
I used to say, I go out there 2000.
Yeah,
it,
chemicals.
it would have like a chemical
Yeah, it
smell to it.
Was
Yeah.
like gas.
And the
Like,
fire is shit.
It was like cousin,
Had a
cousin
chemical
to
smell.
gas.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yes.
So I get excited anytime somebody brings that. Nobody believes me. The very few people believe me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucking great, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking
Nade was it. But yeah, we were just spoiled. Like,
What year was Nade? Not to cut you.
Nade was. So if I started in 93, 94,
Okay. Okay, cool.
94, 95.
Nade.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Alright,
around there.
More. Continue.
Just a bunch of older cats that just had Dank, had plugs in Humboldt. That's where Browski came from. Just we were always spoiled. But you know, sometimes not sometimes, we were always broke.
Right.
But like, you know,
Y'all knew how to piece up on a bag?
we figured it out.
Fuck yeah.
early.
Right.
Cookie Monster was the king of that shit.
Yeah?
The king.
Tell me about it.
Just any fucking way to get at the beanery line. You know, kid buys fucking, you know, a taco pocket and a Hawaiian punch for $1.75. Let me get that quarter. Hey, let me get that quarter. And literally just quarters and 50 cent.
Yeah.
All of us as a
Yeah.
crew just quartering everybody all day at lunch.
Yeah.
And
Piece
fucking,
up on
hey,
a
we got
dog.
$8, bro. Give us a 10 sack.
That's right.
Facts.
Yo,
2 joints. We'll roll 2 joints out of that. And
life, bro.
fight about who's rolling in, who's lighting it, hitting second, and
Facts.
becoming
Love that.
friends for fucking
Yeah.
6 periods
Yeah.
because
Because it didn't work out in your favor. You
old-
didn't get in the
yeah.
fucking line how you
Good
wanted
old
to.
days.
Yo, that's
Oh, yeah.
crazy, bro. We used to piece up in the lunchroom for that too. Me, Puerto Rican Ills, bro. We used to walk around that shit. We knew the shorties that had the $1. We knew the shorties that we could probably get 2. You know what I'm saying? So we just made our rounds and boom, boom, boom. Piece up at the end. Like, yo, we got Dutch. We gotta go for now. We go find somebody to get us a fucking Dutch. Waiting for the store. Yo, my man. And the little shitheads, man. And just fucking, it was.
Won't
think
take no
back
for
to
an
it.
answer, right?
No, hell no. We were
Like, it was
solid.
happening.
It was
It was
happening.
happening.
It was happening.
And I had asshole friends. If you didn't have your 5 in it, you might not hit this right. You might sit here and watch us
You don't
smoke.
fade.
terrible, bro.
Like
Don't
if you,
smoke.
you don't
real,
fade,
bro.
like niggas will hand it to you after they're done smoking and
little
give you the
shit,
roach and
roach.
shit. Let you fucking.
Motherfucker, you gonna hit it too.
You gonna hit it too.
Garcia
That's what high
Vegas
school-
for
Sideways
Oh,
and shit.
big
That's it.
Vega. Oh,
Oh, yeah, straight resi. Ugh.
that was the early. He knows about the
man.
Garcia Vega. I was a
So-
couple years older than him, so that's perfect. We was heavy on him. I'm 48 if you're 42.
That was Vegas was life.
Okay, so talking about the
Really.
blunt, I love to hear the blunt evolutions for the region. So what was your blunt evolution like? Where to start? Where to
The
kind of go?
first time that we tried to roll a blunt. So back in the day, when you go to Safeway, You know where the candy is now, right where you walk out?
Yeah.
That's where the cigarettes and
Right.
cigars used to be.
No doubt.
That's where they were.
Yeah, yeah.
So we went and stole a pack of Backwoods. Not because we heard Backwoods.
Yeah.
Nobody was
talking
Mac
about that.
Dre was smoking Backwoods back then. This is way back.
Right.
It was like, 93, like right when
Yeah.
we started smoking. Let's roll a blunt. And we all fucking tried to get that fucking cigar to stick.
It's so hard,
stick.
bro. All the spin in the world, bro.
It wouldn't stick. So then that was our first attempt at rolling
Not a great
blunt.
learning to roll blunt. Blunt.
Nah. I probably couldn't roll a good backwood. I mean, I don't roll blunts, but you know, fuck, dude, you smoke blunts for as long as we did. Everybody has handles at blunts at
course,
some point.
of course.
It's not like joints.
Way easier.
Yeah.
You beat the
Yeah.
piss out of
Yeah.
them. Start over and shit.
So we tried to roll a backwood, but in the beginning it was Swishers,
Okay. I figured.
and then it became Vegas and stayed Vegas because they burn slower.
Yep. That was
Yeah.
the hook.
Save the weed, yeah.
Yeah.
And we
That's why I
started.
went from Philly to Dutchess. That's exactly why.
We went from Vegas to Swishers here at Zach.
Okay.
We was Vegas first.
Oh, no
they
shit.
burn slow, but that's thick as shit.
were
And there was
thick,
so
bro.
much
Fucking leather,
blunt to
bro.
them.
They're like-
Them Elegantes, and you'd roll a big one with
They're gross.
fucking
So gross,
full
bro.
of regular weed.
I rarely got them fresh, bro.
Yeah.
Even though they were in them glass tubes, bro, them shits were just
Well,
sick.
we was running
Gas
through them
station.
up here, so you
Yeah.
Nah, you know what?
find them.
No, that's why, because we weren't running through them. We weren't running through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were individually wrapped. So a
Facts.
pack of 5 would have
Okay.
the individual
Yeah.
5 cellophanes.
That's pretty player. Hell yeah.
And you'd fucking have them on your ear.
Oh, yeah, in
and
your
break
ear and your
'em.
fucking
They'd
hat.
bend and you'd fucking be so mad.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vegas. Then shit for a while was Chocolate Phillies.
Chocolate Philly had its
Phillies.
run.
Wow, you guys
Yeah.
are on those?
Yeah.
Chocolate Philly had
Probably
its
This
run.
came and went real quick with our crew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was us for a couple of years. It had a
couple
few
years,
years.
bro.
Peach
shit.
Optimos, like, you know.
Peach, so this is what I used to dabble when I go visit my shorty in Phoenix. Like I'd be peach optimals. I'm like, oh shit, these are kind of
Yeah.
cool. And the weed was so good on the west. Like it was like, fuck.
Yeah, Mystical used to talk about.
This is great.
But for the most part, that was it. Those were the
Nice.
usual suspects for blunts.
For sure.
And yeah, I mean, hella people still smoke blunts. A
Oh,
lot of
for
people.
sure. For sure.
I've
I
been
just
off
hit my
blunts
max at
for,
30, bro. At age 30, I'd stop.
Yeah, I've been off blunts for I can't even remember.
18 years I smoked blunts.
I want to say the last time I hit a blunt was some GDP in a Vega. And this was like after Vegas had already.
Were you on drugs?
No.
Okay.
But
Because sometimes they're nice when you're on
hey,
drugs.
but my brother's like, hey, you need to smoke this in a Vega. And I'm like, fuck, I ain't smoking no Vega. He's
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm telling you, the perp in a Vega. And he rolled one
Certain
up,
weed
dude.
does it.
Hey, that shit was amazing.
It tasted amazing.
I feel like when I go back to NY at the end of October, I'm going to Washington Heights. I'm gonna find a Dominican fella to buy some haze off of. I'm going to get vanilla Dutch. I have to pair
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? I just
Just
gotta
hand
do
in
it.
hand.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking do it. I want to relive it. Relive the whole thing.
Is the haze still working out there? Seems like they're
so
flavor
here's what I'll say
heavy
that.
out
Here's
there.
what I'll tell you. I've befriended some new cats on Instagram out there, and they say it's real. I've talked to some people that I kind of trust their opinion. They say it's real. My man's brought me back some haze. It was a little older. It wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? But it still meant the world to me. Thank you, Billy. I love you for that. It still meant the world to me that he smuggled some haze back for the kid, and I smoked. It was hella brown. It was old.
Yeah.
Probably like 2-3 months old. You know what I'm saying? And I smoked in a joint. I've never smoked haze in a joint.
Right.
I rolled it with a nice tip. You know,
Right.
and I was instantly like,
yeah.
all right, we're gonna try again. We'll try again. You know what I mean?
Honestly, those old school flavors, I'm not chasing them shits
I don't
anymore.
think I am,
Because
no.
every fucking time someone says they have it, they
They don't.
fucking lies.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, bro, I'm not.
Yeah, I feel it.
When I smell it, I believe it.
Exactly.
Yo, I put it
That's
to you like this. Flawless, the company Flawless, they came out with this shit called Slap and Tickle. Now this was supposed to be GMO times grape pie. I swear to God, it recreated the terps of Uptown Purple Haze Piff to the point where I called the homies. They're all ordering jars. I'm calling
Right.
Pot King. Shout out to Pot Kings. I'm having them order me like 2 ounces of jars for all my friends. I wish I never said anything because now they keep calling me like, I need more Slap and
Right,
Tickle.
right.
And we were calling it Piff 2.0, but like they don't even fucking grow it anymore, man. Like It was such a dope little situation. Like,
Oh,
it was
where
like a
you
year
found
ago.
it? That farm or those people
Flawless.
They're not.
Flawless.
They're not
I
growing
haven't
it.
seen them run it. I haven't
Yeah.
seen them run it, man. Shout out to them though. They were putting. It was like a year ago. It was fucking. It was during the pandemic. and Shit.
It's like
Crazy.
I was at a restaurant the other day, and I was like, "Oh, it was Eureka." There's a spot. It's kind of like in a bunch of different cities, but they had these firecracker riblets that were like, dude, they're just so amazing.
Yeah.
I just went in there the other day, and it's not on the menu. And I'm like, "Hey, you guys took the riblets off?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why?" And she was like, "I know everyone's complaining." I was like, "Dude, that's the only reason why I come here. Why the fuck?" You know, so it's like for you with that weed, it's like,
Yeah.
how many times have we had some weed that we fucking love that
Yeah.
reminds us of some old
Yeah.
shit? A couple years ago, my boy was getting me this shit that was like, I want to say it was a face-off cross. Yeah, I think it was a face-off cross, with no name. These guys were growing
Oh.
it, and we were calling it stupid.
Stupid. Okay.
Stupid. Like, it reminded me kind of a Nade or a old school Frisco glue, that chemical type shit. And
I think I remember you posting this.
they stopped. Yeah,
Stupid.
stupid. STOOPID.
Yeah, I think I remember you posting that.
Dank. And then one time he shows up, he's like, "Hey, they're stopped growing that." I'm like, "No, dude, they can't stop growing that." They're like, "Yeah, they're stopping. This is what they're growing. It's called Pink Starburst.
Okay.
It's like Jack." And I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
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 Why would you do that?
Who's
So like Flawless, are they growing anything that's like dank or?
I honestly haven't seen them. I mean, everything they had looked. I don't know, man.
Strain selection
good.
is everything.
It is,
these
man.
days.
Especially now.
And most people are just chasing the same
Yeah.
fucking things that everyone else is.
Yeah, bro.
So it's like sometimes people have something special and they don't even fucking realize it.
Yeah, for real, for real. Like the Shirt Banger 22, man. I'm excited that's coming out into the wild. You know what I'm saying?
I've been telling him to get rid of that for years.
Are you fucking serious? Cause you're one of the ones that knew that you've been smoking this for 5 years now. Most people a year maybe.
Yeah.
Or they learned about it this year.
Yeah.
I'm like probably 2 years in on Shirt Banger, and I fucking went nuts when I found it. Bro. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And I love Sherb, but it just gives it that
That little extra gasolina.
dimension. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Different. I love
definitely, bro.
it. I love it.
So now, I feel like we're entering into the OG days on your timeline, as in the strain. Where's Tone at now? So boom, we're late teens going into the 20s.
Late teens.
Going into the 20s. You and
yeah.
Cookie Monster,
So I guess-
going thick.
Are we hustling? Are we check to
Yeah,
check?
nah, at this
Or
time-
do you
at
got
this
a
time-
E-Class Mercedes
Nah.
in San Francisco and like Big Baller?
I never had any dope ass car. I never had no money like that, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, like I kind of like did what I wanted to do, but I wasn't on some like I'm trying to do this and do all
Right.
these things. Like,
Right.
no, I had a dope ass Camaro. I used to drive around, race around in a Camaro, but
Fuck yeah.
yeah, we were just hustling, like fucking, not really selling packs. I had a plug. This was like '98. I had a plug from my mom that
Hell yeah.
he's in the Triangle somewhere,
Okay.
and he would come down to Santa Rosa, and like at the time, I want to say he was giving me packs for like 32, which they were 4,200 back then.
Nice.
So yeah, that was like the only time like we were actually like moving packs.
Yeah.
Cause shit was just kind of like now. Shit was expensive.
Right.
Like the shit that we wanted, the shit that we had, like, bro, that weed was expensive. It was all fucking four grand and up.
Oh, bro, I used-
so there wasn't like a lot of room to like bust pack moves.
Yeah, we were getting whacked, bro.
Yeah,
like
I
five and up, bro. In Jersey, that shit was murderous.
Bro, I was driving to Humboldt in the '90s. Pay 4,600.
So you
Yeah,
guys weren't
And
ripping
was
us off.
good.
You guys were just
Like,
couple points on.
Yeah, and I had a plug. It was like I had a plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Getting the Hindu.
Yo, my bus
For some
down game
outdoor.
was so real. Yeah, it was
For some outdoor. For real. Which I'm not mad at. Dank is
No.
dank.
Straight up.
Dank is dank.
It was
I remember
getting
Lemon
sideways,
Tree.
man.
When Lemon Tree came out, it was like $3.50 a zip, and it was amazing. And then
was all depth.
And then it was like, wait, this is depth. No, I want the fucking indoor.
Yeah.
If you're gonna charge me this much, I want the fucking indoor. So then the indoor batch came in, and I was like, this shit's weak. Give me the outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that shit,
Yeah, the
that
depth
shit
was fire, bro.
Sometimes there's just strains that, you know, whether people dialed them in a fucking house, indoor or a greenhouse or outside, like, bro,
Don't matter.
sometimes that other shit is just shitting on the indoor.
It is.
Shout out to Nosh Boogie. He is one who says he's a lemon fan, big time lemon fan. And a lot of times he'll say the depth lemons he find in the jar be better
more
than
flavor.
than
yeah.
the indoor lemons.
More
he
flavor.
That's a fact. Shout out to Buck Mountain. They just dropped some shit called Lemon Vuitton. It's like it's lemon tree times panther fucking something. Yo, it is crazy, bro. And I don't really like lemony and shit because it gets me a little racy. But like if it's nice, if it's got a nice little mixture, a nice cross, I can fuck with it. I heavily fucked with it. It was
I can't
amazing.
fuck with sour no more.
No,
Even like towards the end of the sour days, like I couldn't fuck
do
with
it.
sour.
What happened?
There's I want to say it's also sometimes when I like make a salad with OG, it get that anxiety feeling.
I got you. Yeah, you get racy.
Like
Yeah, any of the tangies, any of the orange
All that.
fucking terps, bro.
All that.
I just want to die, bro. I'm like, what? I should stop smoking weed. Why is this happening to me?
and it's weird too. I don't know. I think it's an age thing because I didn't used to be like that.
Right. I don't think I used to either, man.
And you know, we used to get a lot of sativa type shit.
Yeah, we didn't have a fucking
Back then.
choice, man.
Yeah, back then.
Smoke what came around.
Yeah.
So for you, like, when did you start like linking up with the, you know, I know the whole cookie movement started. You know what I'm saying? So when did you kind of get into that scene and that crew, like, when the Girl Scout cookies started coming around, or am I jumping too far forward?
I mean, no. So we were just talking about like 2000s. It was early 2000s. We were just like Frisco Glue and Pelly, like those were
Okay.
those years. And then
Shout out to Pelly.
shout out to Pelly.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the homie Scoo. Yeah, it was Pelly and fucking Glue for me, and that's kind of like for a few years. Everything kind of like slowed down after 9/11.
Okay.
It's all Canadian shit. So like once 9/11 happened, it was like not as much as it used to be.
We felt that
little
too.
bits here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that, and then Perp rolled around. It was
Mm-hmm.
GDP, and then Kush. Kush just kind of like took over
Went
everything.
crazy.
Like 2003, 2, 3, 4, kind of died down. Like I guess it ran for a while.
Yeah,
I guess it ran for a
I was
while.
gonna say we started getting the perps like shit.
but Perps had its run.
10, 11, 2010, 11, 12, 13. Right before the Cooks really took over. It came to the point where, like, I had chicks saying, nah, I don't smoke sour, you know what I'm saying? I only smoke Granddaddy. I'm like, you fucking plugged up like that? You only smoke Granddaddy? I'm like, damn, bro, this shit got flooded out here.
Yeah. Granddaddy had its real heyday. Granddaddy was
Yeah.
like,
To the point where people were out by my
was
way.
Granddaddy the first one that was like our own?
We definitely
Like
knew you
our
guys for it.
North.
We knew that's where it
like
came
was like, because I don't know if if OG we got credit for like that. I
For like a big strain.
a big strain on
didn't
like
know-
a
we didn't
kind
know
of
who
a
grew OG.
big popular
knew it
strain.
was
I feel like
California.
Granddaddy might have been
Granddaddy, we knew
that
this from the
first
back,
name.
for sure.
Yep.
That
There were also names like late 90s that I remember, but nothing like that had an impact like
like Granddaddy.
Granddad.
You guys ever heard of Pep?
Pep, no.
So this is North New Jersey, Essex County, right? We just had a shit called Pep, right? And like you'd always have to go to the hood to get it, go to like a project, you know what I'm saying? Like anytime, doesn't matter when, but like, you know, it'd be like you're going to buy some coke and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a shady mission, but you're
Yeah.
just getting Pep, you know? Or maybe you go get a couple clips of coke, you flip
Yeah.
it back at hometown, and then you get some Pep while you're there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Just in case.
Right.
And it was like real peppery, real hazy, and it like you would on Redman's first couple albums, you would hear him say "smoking pep," like, you know what I mean? It was like a neighborhood thing, but like, whatever happened to it? What
Yeah.
was it? Who grew it?
Exactly.
Never knew who grew shit back then.
Ever.
Fucking ever, bro.
On purpose.
It was amazing, and this is right before the haze, man. Pep.
It was Jack Herrera and Eddie Lepp.
So like you think that I always think like there's always that chance that it's actually still out there. Like someone might still have it.
It is.
Glass half full.
But then I'm also like, I don't know. I feel
There's
like
a chance.
if anybody had it that was like a real weed head, like I would have seen it by now. Like someone would have been, oh, I got to tell so-and-so about this. And then someone's like, I got to tell so-and-so. And then that someone's like, I got to tell Tone about this.
You feel me?
Yeah. So it's like, I feel like we'd come across those. That's why I said I'm just done chasing them. Like we would have seen it by
Just
now.
fun. It's just fun to talk
And
about.
sometimes, but sometimes you get, what's cool is sometimes you get that new strain that's two totally new school things that recreates that same profile.
Right. GMO is what? Chem dog and cookies. You got fucking grape pie, which is fucking whatever the fuck that is. I forget what even that is.
Yeah.
And these two strains recreated an old Turk profile. It was incredible.
Because they're all locked in there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
somewhere.
They're all
I heard
locked
a
in
company approach me like a few years ago that was trying to put out all the old school strains, and they wanted to put out like old school, like Acapulco Gold and
Oh, I heard about that.
Tie Stick and things
about
like
this.
that.
Yeah.
And I know Rakim, so they was like they wanted some old school rappers to endorse some old school weed shit. Like, not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Fuck
Might be a swinging miss, but not a bad
I
idea.
just
Worth a
think
try.
I just don't think they ever hit on the Turks. I don't think they ever came up with those real old school strains.
Yo, and the young boys run it, man. The youngsters run it, bro.
What?
Whatever, like the world. Like whatever's cool, whatever. Like the reason everything's purple is because the youngsters want the purple, bro. They want perps. They want them candy terps, and we can't do nothing about it
I mean, that's the majority of the market.
until
right?
right. Majority of the market. Then you got the older cast, the connoisseurs. You know what I'm saying? We like what we like, and
True,
Like
and
the
I think it's
classics, man.
different. Now I think the generation gap ain't as far.
Yeah.
Where like we're getting older, but we're not going R&B.
There you go.
We're not going.
Yeah, we're
like,
still
You
cool.
know what? I'm not trying to
We
be
still
my
cool
dad.
OGs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, but to the kids, you're the dad.
exactly. They
I
call me
know,
Unc.
I'm aware of that now. It took me
Yeah.
a few years. I'm that guy now.
They call me
We're
Unc.
not those guys,
Exactly.
but to them, we're those guys.
Exactly.
I've got unked a couple times recently. I've been OG'd a couple
Yep.
times. So I'm like, wow,
Big
bro.
bruh. It was
I'm
Big
there.
bruh for a while,
Yeah.
and now it's Unc. And it's a sign of respect, and I respect it. But I'll be
It's-
looking at it like, bro, I'm still moving
trips me
harder
out.
than you, young nigga. Like,
It trips me out. It trips me out.
But I will say the good thing about, so you have the youngsters run everything. They want perp, right? Mm-hmm. So we're talking, what do you think the average of a youngster weed head is right now, the age?
Oh man, 15.
no, 24, 23.
Oh, you,
That, you're right.
Oh, okay. So they
Smoking
weren't-
weed. Smoking weed.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, early 20s.
In the culture,
Early
Okay,
20s,
so if Cookies came out in 2008,
right.
if Pie came out in 07, if
Yeah.
Granddad came out in 04, if Kush
Right.
came around, and and it's been that long since those strains have had their run in the market, then when we bring those old strains back,
It's new to them.
it's new to them.
And
They
that's like-
think they smoke cookies, but they never smoke
They smoked
cookies.
the fucking
Just-
1000th Herm Pheno.
Or they smoked something that
Or
someone
what's called.
called it. Like how many people really smoked real runts?
Right.
How many people smoked that?
Yeah, the real LCG. Yeah.
How many?
Exactly.
Not as many think they
That's what
did.
you think.
They
Or smoked
everybody smoked
33.
it, but not everybody really smoked it. So
Yeah.
when you bring back those old strains, I think
That's exciting, bro.
is you're
That's very
introducing
exciting.
old shit. I mean, it's the same thing with the shoes, like the clothes, everything's
Yeah.
like
recycle.
It's all recycling. Yeah,
Yeah.
The clothes are getting a little bigger again.
history's ready to repeat itself.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Please.
Yeah. It's like it'd be a breath of fresh air.
So,
So
Cookie
cookies.
Fam begins.
Begin. Yeah, where are you in this mix?
Cookies was, so I got hooked up with them through Cookie Monster. Cook was growing Pie in the Durban, the Purple
Oh,
Pain,
nice.
the F1 Durb. He was growing those, and then Cherry Kush came out following Pie. What was it Cherry Pie? And then Cherry Pita OG, Cherry Kush. They had that going. I had happened to get a room around that time. That was like, what was that, 2000, beginning of 2008. So I started growing in 06, helping my homie Alfie and helping Cook with his spots.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I learned how to grow. 2008. Is it 8? Yeah, 2008. I was rocking pie.
Nice.
And basically like doing like a kind of like I'll give you the genetics, you have this many lights, I get one light,
Old
whether
school
you have a
player
bad
shit.
yield or a good yield.
Yeah.
Like I'll supply the genetics. So that was
Okay.
that was kind of how I hooked up with Jigga. That's who I was
Nice.
fucking with.
Okay.
And like I said, Cook was hella tight with Jigga. I was tight with Jigga too. Like,
For
you know,
sure.
we were all just growing and like back like we're all learning. You know what I
Sure.
mean? And Jigga was like way fucking ahead of us, you know?
Okay.
So it was just like soaking, you know, it was worth it
Yeah,
to
man.
pay him for not just the clones. I didn't even like pie. I was more on the hype, like, I'll grow pie and fucking. It was supposed to be Cherry Kush, but it turned out to be pie, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll grow pie. Even though I don't like it, like, I still want to be able to pick Jigga's brain.
Sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Hell yeah.
It's almost like, here, I'll give you the clones and tell you how to grow it, and then when it's done, you could pay me. I'm like, damn, that seems like a deal. So that's kind of how I hooked up
That
with
is a
Jigga.
good deal.
Yeah.
Very good deal, my friend.
Yep.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
So that was early. So
That was-
Cookies,
That was
Oh,
very early.
08.
was the name Cookies there yet? Was it happening yet?
Nah, 08 was like,
When the company formed, when the shirts came?
no, that wasn't till. It's got to be like 2011. I don't know.
11.
I'm not.
No, that
I'm not
sounds-
sure,
that
but
sounds
Gotta
like
be that.
2011, 12. I want to say.
Which is good because this is like
Yeah, it's
so.
gotta
This
be
is
that.
this is like 4 or 5 years before that.
Yeah, it's
The name's
like,
just getting to start popping on the streets.
so I think like, you know, they had like, they got the pie out of an accidental breeding.
Okay.
You know, and I think when they found the pie, kind of like how Sear stumbled upon making seeds, you have that accident, and then you're like, you know, you understand that, hey, this is going to be different. And then they
Yeah.
grow a bunch of the seeds because they're hella proud of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Know it was an error.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they find some dank, and now they're like, fuck growing weed, I'm going to fucking make seeds.
That's right.
So, like, that's that era, I think, which is like, before anyone knew how special it was. Like, everyone knew it was dank, but like before the, you know, I don't know what the word is, like the potential of these strains or
Yeah.
the Cookie Fam as a brand.
Sure.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like very infant stages of like playing with genetics.
Right. So and
That's
the
cool,
Cookies
man.
hadn't even damn near came out.
Yeah, this is like, that's what I'm saying is like when I started fucking with Jigga and like, you know, picking his brain, that was, you know, pre-cookies.
Right. Damn.
Pre-cookies.
So yes. So were you getting good at growing quick? Were you into it? Were you obsessed with it? Did you love it immediately?
Yeah, absolutely. I always loved weed, but like being in the room and like, you know, also making some bread while
Hell yeah.
learning this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, dude, I love that shit right out the gate.
Yeah.
And you know, we had hella problems, fucking just like everyone
Of
learned.
course.
But I lucked out in the sense that when I finally got into a situation where I could throw my own lights up, a 2-car garage, I already had a couple years under my belt
Right.
working
Fixing
multiple spots with my homies
fixing problems.
who had a really good recipe and was growing fire.
Okay.
So my first round that I pulled, my independent round, my own
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
I had 12 lights of OG and I pulled 9 Ps.
Okay.
And
Felt good about that.
yeah, it was fire.
Fuck yeah.
It was
Off
fire. I
to
got
the race.
4,200 for
God
each
damn.
one.
Hey, Joe.
Jigga cashed me out 4,200 for 7 of them. And I think I broke a couple of them
Nice,
down.
dude.
But yeah, like
Hell
right out
yeah.
the gate, you know, right out the gate,
for you, man.
I just
Come
had
out
like,
swinging.
you know, I was lucky in the sense that when I invested this money into this spot, I wasn't really learning. I had already learned it,
right.
you know? Like I was already growing fire with the homies, and we used to drive 70 miles to a spot and then drive to fucking 60 miles to the city and hit a spot and then go back home like a couple hundred miles every day, hitting multiple spots and like, you know,
Exactly.
Doing the work.
producing some fire, you know?
And the people you know and the people that you can interact with are equivalent to Harvard professors, you know, with weed, with growing. Like Jigga, he said he was way past
right,
you. So the guys you're consulting with, you're getting like high-end knowledge.
You're getting like good, solid feedback.
Exactly.
On the rounds.
You're getting the
like,
truth.
Yeah. An occasional walkthrough here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was golden.
Fuck yeah.
My homie Alfie, though, like, he, you know, people know me as like sometimes someone will send me a DM of their partner who left their hose all kinked and all wrapped up. Like I always have this thing like coil your fucking hoses. Like it all starts with that shit. So like my homie Alfie kind of taught me that approach, which was like, don't just let shit stack up. Like keep this shit clean.
Don't be lazy.
Do it right the first time.
Yeah.
You know, don't pour a fucking whole cap of pH down in it. Fucking do a little drip.
at a time.
Understand how much it's gonna change depending on how much nutrients is at different stage. Like all these little things that he like, you know, that's my homie Alfie. His parents are the ones who let me in their house.
Oh,
when I was a
hell
kid.
yeah. Oh,
so
right.
he was younger. He's 4 years younger. He had a fucking 100 lighter like before anybody I knew.
Damn. And that's fucking big. That's big to this day.
Well, it's fucked up
Like,
that
if
he
you got a
actually
little spot,
got
you know what I'm saying?
he never got to flower it. Oh, yeah, it's bro. My homie Alfie has the worst luck with weed shit, and was like so ahead of. He'd be on IC Mag, you know, like he's the one who put me up on IC Mag. Like, hey, dude, if you ever like can't get a hold of me, I can't answer. Just like go to IC Mag and just like type it in. You'll like find everything you need.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so like he was
What's IC Mag? Explain to the
forum
to the
basically
people's-
back in the day,
Like
and I was
cannabis forum.
I never was really on the forum,
Right.
but I would use IC Mag for like, man, what's the dosage on this? I need to
Right.
fuck a spray from.
Oh, it was the early chat
Shit
room.
like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, before Instagram, before there was
Yeah.
that network, you know,
Those
there
chats.
was chats. The
I remember those.
forums. But
That's
yeah,
dope.
my homie Alfie like just put me up, you know, because fucking we known each other for so long. Like he just had a way of like giving me the perfect analogies or something to get me to understand all those weird little things that happen in a grow room
a good teacher.
every fucking day. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
So now, like, how did Girl Scout cookies come about? Like with the actual strain? Like I heard there was a couple different phenos of it, or was the Thin Mint cookies the original one? Like, how did this shit happen?
So
And who had it?
when I got I was already around helping Big Cook at his spots that he was growing. We're growing OGs, we're growing cherry pies, F1 Derb, and occasional Perp. Perp was kind of like on its way out at the time.
Okay.
He was doing that thing, you know, where he would get the genetics, grow it out, and then give them a light for it at the end.
Okay.
So the cherry pie was crossed to the OG. And this is what is being told to me at the time.
Okay.
Like as he's, you know, before it was just F1 Derb. Like the first time I ever heard about Jigga and his weed, it was F1 Derb. Like, what the fuck is this?
What was that
And
shit like? Just I don't want to sidetrack you, but I'm
like
just really
licorice
curious. Okay.
and burnt rubber.
Okay.
Yeah, you used to call it purple pain, kind of like a cat piss or a Durban.
Okay.
But had like different dimension, like how Sherbanger has a different dimension to Sherb.
Yeah.
That shit has a different dimension to like a cat piss
Okay.
or a Durban.
Got you.
Okay, so that accidental breeding where that shit hermed in a room with GDP,
Okay.
and that made cherry pie, and then a bunch of seeds came out, you know. There was cherry pie going around, and then there was one pheno, I guess, that was the one that Cook started growing that. So then I started growing cherry pie, another strain just like the F1 Derb. I don't like F1 Derb. I don't like cherry pie either. So that came out, and then I guess like once they found the pie, which is hella unique. Like just because I say I don't like it, that shit's dank. It's
I like
very
it. I ain't gonna lie.
real pie is so fucking unique.
Fucking fire, bro.
So it's like I think when they stumbled upon that, it's like, and they have all these seeds from a fucking round. They're like, I would imagine if I looked at it like that, I'd be like, damn, like we can accidentally fucking find this. What if we
Right.
actually try to learn how to do this shit?
Right. Sure.
So I think that's kind of what it was. And then, yeah, it was like, it just turned into this thing like, oh, I got some new shit. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. And the next one was the Cherry Kush, which
That's
was
what-
pie to OG.
I've never had that either, bro.
Bro, that was, and what's fucked up is
I missed that
there were
one
two
somehow.
there were two phenos back then.
Uh-huh.
And the one, I remember when Cook told me that the mom plant died, the Cherry Kush, and I'm like, not the one. He's like, the one.
Oh, fuck.
And I don't think, like, Jigga didn't have it at the time. Cook had it. He was rocking it. It was, bro, it was the fucking one. Oh my god.
Out of the Cherry Kushes, there was
Out
two
of the
phenos?
two Cherry Kushes.
Fuck, bro.
The one that I managed to keep around all these years, is not the one I'm talking about, the one that got
Yeah.
away. But yeah, there were a couple Cherry Kush phenos. There was even like, there was a batch of Cherry Kush. Looking back, it must have been during the pheno hunt of Cherry Kush,
Yeah.
because this Cherry Kush was different than the Cherry Kush we were getting from Jigga and this Cherry Kush that Cook was growing. It was
Okay.
from another person who basically, yeah, he had a round of Cherry Kush, and we all love Cherry Kush, and he had a round that was fully seeded, and I want to say he sold like a Cooper for $500 to my homie Alfie.
Okay, and it was seeded.
And it was seeded, and it was
Yeah.
just like, dude, the weed was so good. It was a different pheno though. So when we think he's getting Cherry Kush, you getting a different pheno. It was still good for $500 for a Cooper at the
Sure.
time too. It was like, who cares about the seeds?
Right.
But yeah, there was like that little era of time, and I want to say this is like, so 2007, early 2008 is like
Okay.
that era of like Cherry
Damn.
Kush.
All this is happening, bro. I'm thinking where I'm at. Oh, wait. Sour, bro. We're smoking sour, bro.
Sour, yeah.
And OG started to creep in.
Sour.
Fucking fire-ass OG started to creep in.
For $9,000.
No. Between like like 5-ish. Around 5, yeah. 52, 54, 48, you know.
One of my homies used to go out, or maybe that was in Atlanta. Dude, he used to, in the very beginning.
Oh, Lana, you could bang him. Anything down
Yeah.
south, bro?
Yeah, I want to say it was $9,000.
Bro,
Very
anything
beginning.
down south, bro. We used to make so much money in Richmond, North Carolina. Shout out to y'all, man. That was good runs. But anyway, fuck
yeah,
all that shit.
Yeah.
So boom. Oh wait, Cherry
Oh,
Kush.
It's Cherry Kush.
couple different
A lot
phenos.
of Cherry Kush. There was a couple phenos that Cook was growing.
Okay.
I don't know what else, like, I don't know who else Jigga had growing his genetics too, and maybe Jigga had different phenos that he was giving out to people, and they were growing it. All I know is what we were getting hands on.
Sure.
Was a couple Cherry Kush phenos, and like I said, D was big on pie and F1 Derb, so it was just those three were
Okay.
like the staples. At some point, even like the OG got knocked out. Like as far as like there'd be a couple plants for smoke. You gotta throw OG in for smoking, but like as far as like throwing lights up, it was those
Those are the
three
main hitters.
strains
Okay.
at all
In
the
your
spots.
camp at all times.
Not my camp, Cook's camp.
Oh, Cook's camp.
I'm
Got it.
helping him.
Okay, got you.
And then right around the beginning of 2008 is when I got my own shit.
Nice.
And then yeah, I was growing pie 2008. I grew my first round of OG, and then I want to say my second round was like summer 2008. I want to say that's when I grew pie for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then the cookies came.
Yeah, what happened to
Cookies
Cooks?
was so Cherry Kush.
What do you think it is, bro?
Cherry Kush to OG is the weed that was called Cookies. The first time it was ever like Jigga's calling this weed cookies.
Okay.
And it's not the Girl Scout cookies we know.
Okay.
It's totally different. It's lime green. It's furry. It's greasy. It's totally different than what we know as Girl Scout cookies today.
Okay.
That was the first time Kush, Cherry Kush, and OG was crossed together. You had like 5 or 6 different kinds, and that one was just like insane. Like that would kill the game right now.
Damn,
It's because it's not.
I remember you explaining this before. And
It's not like even though Girl Scout cookies changed the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is a game changer to that. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
special that was to me, at least. I think
And what did it taste like? What was the turfs like?
it was like mint, bro. Like real mint. Like not thin mint. Not, there's a couple minty strains now, but
yeah.
most of the face mints and animal mints and all the mints, that shit's not mint.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I could understand, but this is like undeniable mint on smell and flavor and yeah. So that was the first time I heard cookies.
Shit.
That's
Wild, bro.
And then that one got lost. But before that got lost,
Was that like a crop going bad?
I don't know. I mean, fuck. People were, losing shit or power getting cut off for being tapped.
Yeah,
like,
this was all- this
there
was
was
all
so
in the
much.
city, right?
Yeah, this is
It's all in the city.
there's so many things that could have went wrong.
Right.
Like homie's supposed to go water, doesn't,
Yeah.
just who knows.
Facts. Okay, go.
But,
yeah.
That crossed back to OG is where platinum cookies comes from.
Okay.
What I was told,
Okay.
what I still believe.
That minty
Like,
shit you used to
That
talk
minty
about.
shit crossed back. Now, here's another thing I'm not sure of. Because there were multiple phenos from that minty, that first, Cherry Kush and OG project, there were multiple phenos. I don't know if he used that mint one and crossed OG back.
right.
I don't know exactly that. I just know that Cherry Kush crossed to OG. Cherry Pie crossed to OG was Cherry Kush, and Cherry Kush to OG was the first time was Thin Mint.
Okay.
And then something out of that project crossed to OG is what we know as GSC now.
Got you.
Now that's not what they say. They say it's Derb crossed to Floe Rider.
I've heard all kind of shit. I've heard
I think that's what they're.
GDP. I've heard Cherry Pie times GDP times OG. I've heard all kind of shit.
We'll never know
Right.
because they'll
Right.
never tell us.
There you have it, folks.
But
we'll never know.
They'll never tell us.
It's fun to ponder.
But
Yes, it is. It is. I'm a weed nerd. I can do this
for
shit
me,
all day.
just being there and watching and
That's
being
fucking
interested,
dope, bro.
and I'm learning about growing all
Yeah.
at the same time. So I'm really interested in this. Watching that shit unfold, and just this is what's being told to me before Instagram, before it was cool to lie about what genetics were. When
Right,
people were
right.
just happy and proud of their creations.
Yeah, sure.
That's what was told to me.
Right.
So I don't know, and I've said this for years, and I've had people be like, "Bro, that's not what it was. You don't know what you're talking about." Okay,
This is your truth, though. This is what you live.
That's what you told me it was.
Right.
So I'm going with that because
Right.
now the dynamics of this whole game has changed to where it's kind of like,
Yeah, you can remix whatever you want now.
But so 2005, 6, 7, 8, we're getting into cookies. Through this
2009
9 is cookies.
is cookies.
But you're around kind of this same crew. Where is Burn in this time?
See, I don't know Burn like that.
You don't know
I don't
him.
know Burn like that.
Okay.
The first time I met Burn was 2013 High Times in Richmond. We did a animal cookie release. Sear was releasing the animal cookie shirts. And my homie Alfie created one of the first. There you go. My homie Alfie had one of the first electric dab rigs.
Okay.
We launched that, and Burner shared a booth with us. That was the first time I ever met Burner.
Okay.
And really, like, I've seen Burner at a couple events, always hella
For
busy
sure.
crowds around, but like I don't know Burn like that.
No doubt.
Like we're not nothing against Burn, but like
Yeah.
I just
Just never had.
Right.
no.
He wasn't in
Sure.
this group of people moving around that you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, I know he knew
was
Jigga.
because
He
he
knew
was-
Jigga, so
he was
he
rapping about cherry pie and cherry kush. He had
Already.
the cherry kush shirt.
so he was already rapping.
So I
around this
knew
time.
like there was a movement within Jigga's network
For sure.
because of his weed.
Okay.
You know, so just how Burn was important to
Right.
that, same as Cook.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like Burn moves weed around and puts in a lot of people's things and raps about it. Well, that's what Cook does too.
Exactly.
So like, you know, I want to say it was Sherbinski. I think it was his episode on First Smoke where he was like, you know, your brand wasn't shit if you didn't have it in Delvin's hands at this time, or you
Yeah.
know, something like that. Like
Right.
that's what it was. So I back to like the whole Burn thing. Like I didn't know Burn, but
Right.
I was aware of,
Sure.
you know,
Move
You guys played in the
around.
same
because
circles.
the weed that was so exclusive to us,
Yeah.
you start seeing and hearing it in other groups too,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
it's like everybody knows everybody.
He's
sure.
one.
Yeah.
He's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting it too.
Tell me about the animal cookies movement. Like, what was animal cookies? I know that was your bro's brand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Branded. Tell me a little bit about that.
So Animal Cookies started 2011.
Okay.
I think it was 2011. I was living in Oakland. Yeah, it was 11. I was living in Oakland, and my homie Sear comes over, like kind of panic mode because there's hella funny packs of cookies popping up, like mid packs, like garbage,
Yeah.
like oh shit, that's cookies, but what kind of cookies is this?
Right.
For hella cheap. So like he was on some like, we gotta change the name shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, absolutely. I was like, yeah, dude, that's a great idea. He was like, it's almost like he had it premeditated. He already knew what he was gonna say when he came over to talk to
Yeah.
me about it. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna call it Animal Cookies. Like blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, bro, that's dope.
Run it.
Run it. And then that's what it was. It was Platinum Cookies before that. Platinum Cookies is
See, I remember the platinum.
Platinum Cookies is the same shit that I'm talking about from the beginning. From the beginning.
So
That
Platinum
was-
Cookies was like the first one that got masked because first one got lost. The
So
good
that
one
was Cookies.
with
That was
the first
Pigment,
one.
the first one.
Was-
The reason why this one was Platinum Cookies was because it was crossed back to OG. There was a lot of OG on the shelves at the time that was like, if it was a good batch, they called it Platinum
Platinum
OG.
OG, and those were some batches,
And
bro.
those were some batches.
Definitely.
So
Awesome.
so yeah, it was Platinum Cookies at the time.
Okay.
And then we just switched it up because there was a lot of cuts going around. You know, we're doing this since 2000, end of 2009, 2010. So 2011, people start getting a hold of cuts, and there's
Doesn't take long.
bag seeds too. There's it's starting to spread in the bay at
A rapid
from the
rate.
center, like psh,
Oh,
it'd
yeah.
be dope if like you could see someone, like we need someone to do like
like all the
like a
houses.
time
light up,
lapse,
you feel me?
yeah, like a
Exactly.
time
Like the
lapse
spider
and
web
zoom out,
and
and it's just like
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah, the spread of
Dope.
the spread of cookies.
That'd be
Yeah.
dope.
But yeah, it was just like a rename thing
Okay.
to keep our
That's cool.
packs at I want to say it was
Oh,
like
to be
4,400.
That
exclusive.
was early branding.
Yeah.
That was early.
Oh, dude, he was
Early branding.
he was genius with that shit.
Hell yeah.
Sear was genius. Like looking back, we bumped heads over a lot of it because I was like, bro, I'm not doing that.
Right.
That's not my style. I'm
Sure.
not doing that. But looking back now, I wish, I just
Yeah.
would have put my head down and
Right.
let fucking my brother run this fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
He was ahead of all this shit.
He was
No
bold.
shit.
He was ahead of
Sound
all,
like he was bold.
like the design, the baggies, the stickers on the bags, just he was
Stickers
the
on the bags
Animal
for the
Cookies
2010s.
logo. That was an originally that was a collaboration with Sear
Mm-hmm.
and Cookies Clothing.
Okay.
You see where it says Cookies on there?
Yeah.
The original one, it says it in
See?
the original one. It says it in the Cookies font right there.
He's front.
That right there,
Oh, that's-
that logo.
Oh, that's fire.
So that Cookies right there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
It used to be
So is
that.
that cookies.
Yup.
bro.
And then that was a collab between him and Burn, and they did that
That's
release.
tight.
at that was it High Times? Yeah, High Times Cup 2013.
Wow.
So yeah, he was onto something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Well, shit, bro. That's kind of a good segue into like, what you got going on now, what you got cooking up now, man. Because I heard the homies are bringing you out of the woodworks, and you're getting back to work in the rec space, and
to work, not even back to work.
back to work.
Well, we haven't penetrated the rec market yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, yeah. Like,
So what do you care to?
no. So,
what you guys coming back out with?
So my Proper Doinks homies, good
Yes, sir.
friends of yours too.
Hell yeah. Shout out the homies.
Definitely. They have Private Reserve, which is their rec brand, their grow, and they're bringing through guys like me and Nor Cal
Yep.
with some genetics to get some of those genetics on the rec market and through their delivery, which is Proper Selections,
Proper
I
Selections,
believe.
I believe, yeah. Yep.
So yeah, we're just trying to do
That's exciting, man.
Those guys.
That's
like
exciting, man. Congratulations, man.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Does it feel weird, like coming out from the shadows, so to speak, coming into the legal market and doing things like this with interviews and now really telling your story? Does it? Because a lot of past street guys, you know what I mean, traditional market guys, there's a hesitation to,
Right.
our code is the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
I've actually broke that code and got over breaking that code a long time ago.
Right.
Like I'm pretty fucking open.
Good.
Online. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's what got you where you are in that space. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just keep it 100.
I think
you know
so
what I mean?
too.
You share a lot of information and a lot of your life too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, like, not everyone's gonna gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
It's gonna push some people away. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
See a man cry. It's
Right.
like, what's wrong with this dude? But at the same time, these are the things that, like, people that I follow, I'm seeing how they maneuver and how they function.
Yeah.
The crowd that they attract.
Yeah.
There's a certain crowd of people that I want to attract.
Right.
And it's the people that aren't going to think I might be weird if I'm feeling weird about doing me.
Exactly.
Those are the people I want to attract. And the only way to keep everybody else out is to just fucking be myself.
Exactly.
right,
You know what I mean? If I'm out here pretending to be someone that I'm not, it's going to attract people that I don't want around me.
And that's the law of attraction. Like,
man.
that's
There you go.
move towards, you move in, or you put the energy out, and the people who are on that wavelength to come into your life.
Your vibe will attract your tribe. You know what I'm
Damn
saying?
right.
And real's universal language. You know what I'm saying? People gravitate towards that shit if you're a real one. So that's a beautiful thing.
My homie fucking Lurch, he told me one time, he's like, Tone gives everybody the same version. He's like, doesn't matter if you're the homie or Instagram or the guy at the store. He's like, everyone gets the same version. And like, I think I do.
Thanks.
Not
good.
everything, but like, pretty much. Like, stranger, someone I know, like, hey, like, this is me. And that shit bites me in my ass sometimes, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's easy for people to take advantage of that.
Right.
But like, I told him, like, dude, it's so much easier for me to just be like, hey, this is me.
This is it.
And then when you're acting like something, like, it's so much easier for me to see that
Right.
than if
'Cause you
I'm
gotta
trying
be
to
on
measure
all the time.
everybody in the room
To
and
this
all
thing,
the time and what version do I give him and him and him. Like,
Nope.
nah, this is me. And then the
Exactly.
people that act funny with me, like, it's so much easier for me to be like, yeah, but I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my mom
that's
was
kinda-
like, "Yeah, there's how you deal with people at work, your parents, and your friends, and those are different for most people." My mom would be like, "They're not different for you.
Yeah.
Like, you're just one person with all of them, and it seems to work." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's It's a better way to be. Like, y'all don't need. I'm bad at remembering stories, lies, and shit.
Faking
Like,
it, bro. You gotta keep that mask on for a long time. Like I know a lot of fake tough guys that are still trying to be fake tough guys, and like,
Yeah.
damn, that's gotta be so much energy, bro. Just like chill out.
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Real is forever, fake is not.
Yeah, bro.
You know, like you just can't keep up with it, dude.
So what's the?
I've never seen a successful fake person, not successful financial. I'm just saying, someone that's been able to keep this
Right,
secret.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
So what has you excited about coming into like the rec market? What part is like? What is it? Just the new venture of it? The whole the
Really,
unknown. The
for me, it's so like this isn't like some smash and grab money thing. Like there's
Right.
not a lot of money
Nah,
in
it's
this
not.
fucking
It's not.
game.
not
It's not.
What it is for me is, and I told my homie Paul, Proper Doinks, when he's like, "Hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna start this grow, and Jordan Blueprint is gonna oversee it. We're gonna
Shout out to
have
Jordan.
this delivery, all legit, blah blah blah. Like, we want you. We want brands like you. We want guys that are on the same page that we fuck with. Like, not even on some flooding the market. Like, this is super exclusive.
Exactly.
Their delivery isn't gonna be like, hey, go on Weed Maps and find them. This shit's like invite only, like membership shit. This is dope
Love
shit
it,
to
man.
me. So
Yeah.
that it's not the money, it's not this. I told Paul, I was like, hey, dude, I said no to so many opportunities and deals and collabs with people. I said no to them for years so I could say yes to this. Like,
Yeah,
this
man.
is something I want to do.
yeah,
Not
That's
the
a
money or
beautiful
nothing.
thing, bro.
I fuck with those dudes tough.
right,
And I thought I was a weed snob until I met them.
Right. So did I.
I know I'm a
did I.
weed snob, but like,
So do I.
you know, it's
man,
weird.
it's levels,
it's
bro.
weird when they ask me if it's fire, and I say yeah. I'm always like, am I lying? Like,
Right.
they're the only people that I might like.
yeah,
Not fire.
exactly.
You know, because they're just
I might not
they're ahead of
impress
it.
them.
And the fact that
Yeah,
they're
you'll meet them
not
next week. They're coming on next
Yeah.
week.
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
homies,
They're,
and the fact that they're not growers, I've been like, bro,
trip,
you gotta grow.
Yeah.
Like, you love it so much.
Yeah.
Just from smoking it, like, you need to grow this shit. I want to see the weed those guys produce with their
Yeah.
own hands.
That's good. That's a good
You know?
point, man. They should grow.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely.
Or get a guy like you with reputation and know-how, and
I mean,
Getting back
to
in the
partner up
Hey,
and
yeah.
you know
Yeah.
be smart
Totally.
about your business and get the right guy in place that could help, because they have the reputation as snobs, which means you can go out and get the respect for your growing with a group like
Absolutely.
this. Like, so even if it's
Absolutely.
not about the money, it's about the respect.
Right.
And you can go out and get an honest look and really an honest opinion about what your weed's doing out there with a group like this. That's what makes something like this
Absolutely.
dope.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And
It
yeah.
really is hella dope.
So let me ask you this, bro. We're gonna get in some questions, man. Just some cool questions that we'll have some fun with, and my Cugines are going to know about you.
Yep.
So,
let's do it.
what should the industry know that you know? Like, you debunk some cannabis
Some
myths
myths.
in the cannabis world.
Well,
I heard you may have one.
I kind of just gave it up with what I think cookies is. You know, what I would gamble on cookies.
That's a fucking good one.
I
We could leave it at that.
No, I would say that, you know, and it's not, this isn't a secret. I've been saying this shit for years. There's so much shit that I've been saying for years. I don't even remember all the shit I used to
Right,
say.
right.
You know, like, but if you ask me, like, you know, you ask me about cookies, like, I didn't lie about it then. I'm not gonna lie about it now.
Right.
Is it the truth? I don't fucking know.
It's your truth.
It's
That's all that
what,
matters.
it's what I
That's all
live
that matters.
through. I have
Exactly.
nothing to hide.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know,
And that
Right.
folklore is good for business. The
It is.
barbershop
Right.
talk
Eat
that
that shit
comes,
up, man.
the barbershop talk that comes from pondering it is good for business.
It's
It
phenomenal.
still makes people wonder.
Absolutely.
And like, I've heard stories like J.O. gave it to Jigga and
Yeah.
somebody else. And there's this
See,
this guy.
Cherry Pie Kush and oh, man, it's,
All the shit.
It's never ending.
Shout out
But
to J.O.
yeah,
That's good. That's a good one.
There's that. There's, you know, another myth is like, dude, like, as far as like these brands and these people, like, they're not fucking who they pretend to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Talk
like
your
people,
shit.
Talk
people,
on it,
people
man.
fall in love with the idea of this image shit, and it's like, you know, I'm not here to fucking put anyone's shit on blast, but like, dude, just talking to people and knowing so many people, you know, there's people like, damn, I fuck with that brand, I fuck with that, and then I hear this horrible fucking thing that these people do, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean that I'm not gonna smoke their weed? No, I'll try their weed, and if it's fire, I'll be like, hey, that weed's fire. But when it comes down to like
ethics.
I don't. Yeah, there's just a line, dude. That I think like
people do a lot for relationships.
You know, and yeah, that too. And then you know, I think just for like, you know, when it's about money, you know, like at the end of the day, when you have a big brand, 99% of the people, they're never gonna know about the dirt that the 1% knows about, but the 1% is the real ones.
Yeah,
and that's who I want. You know, that's who I want to fuck with, and that's who I want to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not that I get it. Like, I understand why people, you know, bust some of the moves they do or work with some of the people they do, because that's the game. Right. It doesn't mean that I agree with it. You know, it's just like, at the end of the day, like,
I'll take 5 lions over 50 sheep.
Yeah,
all day.
I'll take
one,
2 lions.
One. You know, so you know, shit like that. There's like, this shit turned into just some marketing shit. Yeah, you know, like the whole thing about community and all for the people and patient.
Yeah, that sounds
that's
good.
That's just over.
It felt like it under the medical model, like, you know, 2015, like. Yeah. It kind of felt. I mean, even seeing the rec market now, it felt like it. But like, it's almost like fucking. I saw Trump and I want George Bush back. I don't care about either one of them. I'm just saying the example. Like, fucking, he wasn't that bad. Fucking, it almost feels like that. But
yeah, for sure.
It's kind of like, I guess. Back then, it felt more like community based.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, let's go back to that when the shit was hella dirty and foul and everyone's spraying hella shit. At least we didn't have to pay all these taxes for it. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like a lot of that was just going into a bunch of greedy fucking bastards by themselves. Right. Like, that shit needed to be. I love 215, don't get me wrong. Those were the days.
Yeah, for sure.
But that shit needed to be regulated.
Yeah, it did.
It did. It did. Yeah. So, you know,
ego to
we fuck everything up, right? We're the cancer to everything. You give us a fucking planet, we'll run into the ground. Give us fucking legal fucking weed, and we'll fucking run into the ground. Bro. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what you mean, man.
I know
what you mean.
I miss those days, though. I do.
Right.
I do. I miss those days.
So, tell me about a weird skill you have or some life hack. I like cheat codes, bro. You got a cheat code for me?
Cheat code, huh? I would say my cheat code is, man, let that shit out. Like, whatever you got going on, like, let that shit out. Talk about it. Communicate. The most uncomfortable conversations, fucking, dude, come with the greatest gems of life. Yeah. So that's my life hack.
I've had one of those recently, man.
Yeah, they're powerful.
They are.
And I'm trying to teach my son. My son's 20. Trying to teach him that.
Oh, shit, my
and
daughter's 20.
Me and him have, like, an effortless relationship.
Beautiful. Right.
But, you know.
How's he doing in the world at 20?
It's wild. He's good. He's smart. He's amazing. He's got, like... You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Right.
But he can't just have that with his dad.
Right.
Like, I didn't lace you up like this for you to just you gotta go out and, you know.
Of course.
That's great.
Yeah. Communicate more. You know what I mean? So,
and they said Larry David had the best life because he got out of the shit. Everybody thought he was mad, but he let it out. To your point, he just anytime he thought about something, he just said it.
That's it.
And then he walk away clear. Like,
and it's hard to do that now with like cancel culture. That shit's real.
That shit is.
But I've been censoring for a couple of years now. I used to. You know, I'm also learning how to pick my battles, but like, there's just not like, you can't say the shit you know, some of the shit that needs to be said, you can't really
watch
can't really
watch
say it all
watch
the
a
time.
good movie that came out in the '90s, and you'll be like,
Oh, none of those.
man.
None of
but
them
I
are
feel
allowed.
Say half the shit.
None of them are allowed.
But I feel like a guy like you is smart. It's so like there's ways to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can say anything. I
Say
just
it
can't
without
say the
emotion.
F word no more.
Say it with
There's certain
intelligence.
words I can't say to degrade certain
Yes.
people in certain ways.
Yes.
That might have been natural to my past self, but like I can get this point out. I can still talk about controversial shit. Like
It's weird. Like if I have something that I want to say, I'm kind of like, before I would say it. Now I'm kind of like, let me just wait until I take the emotion out of it.
Yeah.
But now it's to the point where once the emotion is gone, I don't even care about talking about this shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like contradictory what I'm saying, which is about talk about it,
Right.
because then I don't talk about it, and then nothing gets said.
Right.
There's no conversation,
Yeah.
no communication. But yeah, that's my life hack, dude.
I like it.
Hey,
I like it.
speak up, dude. Be loud.
So, if you had a weed superpower, what would it be? And if you need a couple examples, I'll give you a couple examples.
I got a couple.
Fire away. Let me shut the fuck up.
I checked
Cugine.
out. I checked out the episode.
Okay.
So I,
checked out
I would say chop at nighttime. Wake up, my shit is dried, ready to trim.
Oh, let's
like
go.
bang, 12 hours.
But not trimmed already for you? Why don't you add that in?
It's trimmers eat. Yeah, they gotta eat too.
look at that.
Stand up guy.
Look at that.
Fucking Jeremy.
Good job.
Right when he said it, I was like, "Damn, that's hella dumb."
I could have threw it in. It's
Trimming is the worst.
Exactly.
I hate it.
It got
Trimming gotta
Every-
eat though.
Hey,
Real
every
talk.
time I go to trim my own shit, because I don't trim no one else's weed no more.
right.
Yeah.
Every time I trim my own shit, there's a thought in my head, at least one time a day, where I'm like, why didn't I just get a career?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just get a job? Like,
Yeah.
I hate this shit so much.
Yeah.
I have to do that shit a couple times a year.
Right.
I fucking hate it so much.
You
It makes
trim
me
all your shit?
rethink my whole life.
You trim all your shit?
Yeah.
Nice. Bro.
You know, a couple homies help.
Okay, cool.
My son will help.
Yeah, yeah.
Little party.
No doubt. No doubt.
Small
Trim
party.
yeah.
But yeah,
sure.
that for sure. And weed hacks, huh?
No. You only get one, bro.
Oh, only
You
one.
get one
Oh, that's
superpower.
it. Oh, that's it. That's
good.
good. I can live with that.
Let's talk about weed etiquette. What's your smoking pet peeve? What can you not stand about? Fill in the blank.
With somebody,
smoking or whatever, rolling or
Wet blunt, like
what grinds your gears?
Fuck, man. There's a lot.
he said.
Yeah,
I mean,
you give me one.
if it's not about smoking,
hey,
if it's
let it out.
about grow rooms,
Okay.
yeah,
Don't matter,
Fucking
okay.
a dirty room is my biggest pet peeve.
Okay. Yeah, that's
You ever see Restaurant Impossible?
yeah.
Is that fucking what's his name?
Gordon.
Gordon Ramsay?
It's not him. It's the
No, that's how
it's like the Navy dude, fuck with the flat top, and he's like, "Rah, rah."
No,
His
no,
name.
I don't know.
He comes in and checks the fucking workers for their shitty ass service
Yep.
and their horrible menu. Like, dude, if that'd be the life.
He said, "I love him."
I want to do that. I want to
You wanna
have
do that at
I want to have a
Rose.
show and show up to your thing and fucking talk shit to you for fucking
fucking
leaving your
great.
place hella messy.
Yo, that'd be great.
That's my biggest pet peeve is a dirty fucking grow room.
I like it.
But at the same time, it's like, bro, if you have fire in a dirty grow room, who the fuck am I? I got a clean ass grow room that I can't pull fire out of all the time. So, you know what I mean? But I think it starts with like that.
For sure.
Have some
sure.
fucking respect.
You got any crazy grow stories for us? Some shit just went the fuck down. You had to get up out the spot. Like shit growers deal with. I can't ask that question to everybody. So why
Crazy
you
grow
here?
story.
The cops was coming.
You gotta wait by the skin of your teeth.
Okay, so 2012, I'm living in the Oakland Hills. It's me, my girl, my 2 kids. I have a dog and my grandmother, Patsy.
Okay.
My
Okay,
old
that was
hippie
nice.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
beautiful house. My
Me
homie
and,
had
me
it.
and Murphy had a spot over there.
Beautiful house. So we're living there, and I had a round of cookies going, 6 4x8s, and I was supposed to chop it before I left to go to New York for 4 days. We're going to a Jets game,
Okay.
Niners Jets game.
Okay.
So we go out there, and I'm like, damn, it's supposed to be like a heat wave This is I want to say it's September. Or no, it was October for my birthday. It was right around now, around this time. There's a heat wave in the Bay Area. And I'm like, rather than chopping it and letting it dry for 4 days, I'd rather just refill. I was flooding and drain at the time. I was like, I'd rather refill the resis and feed them for an extra few days and come back and chop. So on the last day, I go to Ground Zero to the memorial because I hella want to see that shit.
Yeah.
And I go check out. I walk around the whole shit and looking at all the names and like, spend the whole first half of the day. Dude, while I'm there, I get a call that there was a fire at my house. My grandma and my dog is there.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. So
is grandma mobile? She can move?
yeah,
like,
she's
around
cool.
and
The
shit?
dog's
Okay.
barking and she's like looks out and the drop from the line is just sparking at the house. And it wasn't a fire, but that's what happened. So basically, my gram calls my girl. She leaves work. She comes there. She calls me, and basically PG&E comes, and he like shuts the meter off, and he's like, "Hey, I know what you're doing in there." And she's like, "Look, my dude isn't home. Like, I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "Look, I know what's going on. There's supposed to be another team from PG&E to like come here and inspect this, and then if that happens, you're gonna get fucked. Like, I did you a favor and just said a fucking breaker fucking burnt or some shit."
Oh,
he was like,
man.
"We'll come back and turn your power on. You need to get that shit untapped." So I literally
Oh, you were tapped?
Yeah, it was tapped.
Oh.
Too much power on one leg or something. I
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
into my boy's spot. He already had
You already
it
had
tapped.
it. Got you.
And we were there for a couple years before this happened. So yeah,
shit.
I come home and like basically I'm still thinking they're coming. There's
Yeah.
no way this guy they're coming. So I had my girl chop the whole round, put it
Yeah.
in contractor bags, and we lived in the hills. There was no back fence.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking quarter mile up the fucking hill, just go fucking hide the bags, put some fucking trees over it. So like that's
just
what I flew
cooking.
home. That's what I
They're
flew
just
home
cooking
to.
in these fucking
They're just
trash
cooking in
bags.
trash
bro.
bags.
You went and got them.
Of course.
Were they terrible?
I went and got a generator and fucking got my fans and my
Okay.
fucking AC working so I could dry there for 2 weeks
Yeah.
because we had no power.
How would they come out?
I mean, not as
Yeah,
how what they
yeah,
should have.
Did they try to give you a big fine for?
No,
did
none.
dude unhook the line?
None. There was no.
Dude unhooked the first dude must
Wow.
have unhooked the dumb shit that was on there.
Just cut the whole power off, and he was like, "Tell him that you need to get it untapped, and then once it's untapped, call us, and we'll come back up, check it, and then turn your power back on." But yeah, that's like
That's a good one.
got away with a whole round of cookies, 2012. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
They take the round, they come, they take the weed, and they find me.
Yeah.
It's like, I dodged one.
Trying to
Damn, bro.
I like,
You
to
got
say,
lucky,
I like
bro.
to say it was because I was paying my respects. At
Yeah.
Fucking, Ground Zero when I got the call.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe somebody held you down.
Yup.
That's dope. I walked around there 1 month after 9/11.
Yeah.
Fucking walked all the way around. Shit was still burning. Buildings were still chipped
Bro.
off on sides. It was
That
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, I had court the next day after 9/11, bro. I had to drive down MacArthur in Newark and shit. You seen the whole skyline, bro. It was eerie as fuck, bro. The smoke didn't settle yet. This shit was fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
It was fucked up.
I brought
shit's foul.
Reggie.
Still to this day, when I see
Yeah.
it, like
Bro, I don't see
that should
Twin
turn me
Towers no
into a
more, man.
monster too.
Yeah?
Like just like seeing what I think happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah, tinfoil
bro.
hats from here on.
That was just like some shit me and my little brother used to like look for when you driving the city. Like, yo, where the Twin Towers at? Yo, bro,
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the World Trade Center meant. I didn't know what it
Right.
meant. I called them
Right.
Twin Towers my
Yeah.
whole life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was crazy, bro. But yeah, we ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Regular weed.
That's a whole nother.
For the
That's a whole
record,
nother
regular
episode.
Don't
weed.
get me started on
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
conspiracy.
I like it too.
If you could smoke with two people, right? One that's still here, one that's no longer with us, who would it be?
Any two people.
Any two
Famous, smart, family, don't matter.
Here right now, huh? I mean,
Could be, it's
fuck.
And
not-
we-
so one here and one not here.
Yes. And when we talk about smoke, we mean sit down, have a 15-minute
just a
conversation with over a
conversation,
joint.
you know?
My brother Rich
Hell yeah.
passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest
My
in
grandma
peace,
Patsy, who my mom won't let her smoke at 83 years old no more.
Oh,
It sucks.
Patsy grandma had to hang it up.
Yeah. And every time I see her,
She wants to smoke, dude.
got a joint.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah, you got a slipper
awesome.
or nothing, bro.
I told my grandma, I was like, yeah, dude, like, I'll smoke a joint, but you basically got to put a hit out on mom. She was like, where do I get someone like that's her hype?
Yeah.
Not like just joking, but
Exactly.
like she wants to smoke a joint.
She was a bird. And that was the time. 80.
And I smoked hella joints with Rich and my grandma Patsy,
That's awesome,
and
man.
they fucked with each other hella tough.
That's
So
dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, I respect you. I always respect you a lot for how you keep your homies' names alive. Like,
Yeah.
I'm that guy in my crew for sure.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, man.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
got you.
What's the craziest shit you ever got into while you was stoned that you managed to wiggle yourself out of? Did you ever get too fucked up and had to wiggle?
Over edibles.
Over edibles, shrooms, acid maybe? Which can tie into another story.
Edibles. It was at the fucking this is the last time I did edibles was this time. Me and a couple homies had a booth at the Santa Rosa High Times Cup. And I want to say the booth next to us was it T Bizzle, some ice hash brand. I forget. They used to make ice cream.
Okay.
And fucking
Oh, man.
our plan is to shut down. It's Sunday. It's the last day. Our plan is to shut down like a couple hours early and just get the fuck out of there. Like we already sold all our shit anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're kind of there just fucking
Chilling.
smoking with everyone.
Yeah.
So like I get all my shit done. I'm ready to go and my boy's lagging and I'm fucking hungry as fuck. And they're next door like, hey, you guys want ice cream? I'm like, yup. So I fucking eat the ice cream and I'm like, I'm not tripping off of it. I eat the whole little fucking ice cream. And I don't know how much it was, but bro, we got to the restaurant to go eat afterwards. And at the table, I was like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to drive. Like eating food, I'm not gonna be able to drive. So I walk out to my car, we leave, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep here. And it's like downtown Santa Rosa. And I'm like, dude, I can't sleep here.
Right.
I call my little cousin Dom, who lives like in Rohnert Park, probably like 10 minutes away. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna come spend the night. He's like, all right, cool. So I get on the freeway on 101 and bro, I can't get my leg to push the pedal hard enough to get above 50 miles an hour. And I got like 4 exits to go. And I'm like, I'm fucked up. And I get to his house safely. Yeah. I remember knocking on the door. I'm like, bro, take me to your room. He's like, all right, it's upstairs. And like, I go up and walk in his door and he has a mattress without a spring. It's on the floor. And I just fucking face planted. It was like 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night. And I was out till like 12 the next day. I woke up in a coma.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never doing this shit ever.
They hit you with like 500 millis or something, bro.
It was foul.
They
It was
smack.
foul. So that's like that's why I don't do edibles.
I feel you.
I try a
That's
little
good one.
bit, tiny bit,
Little micro.
just because I want to try the texture. I got some cubes from Heisenberg the other day. Those
Yeah,
cozy
those
cubes.
cozies are fire.
I was like, damn, they smell so good. I just
Dude, they're
took a
so
little bite because
good.
I want to,
Yeah, I want to.
That's
I
it.
just,
Yo,
I'm just scared.
Two's my sweet spot with those, but I could eat a fucking bag of those. I don't.
He told me, he's like, bro, don't eat them. He's like,
No.
they taste hella good. You're gonna eat them. It's like
Yeah.
my full melt fudge. Told me they used to make slabs of fudge with full melt in it.
Oh, wow.
Dude, the fudge was some of the best fudge I ever fucking had. He had like hella different flavors. I remember my boy took a bite and the first thing he said was, "Can you make me a tray without hash in it?" Like that's how good
Okay.
fucking fudge
Damn,
was.
bro.
Yeah, but like, yeah, you gotta be careful with that shit. Back in the day, it was
Yeah.
like fucking gross ass brownie. Like
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah, you
wanna-
could taste the
you
fucking
didn't want to
blood
eat
and
that
shit.
shit.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
No, now they're fucking
have no
fire,
idea.
bro.
Yep.
Super fire.
yup.
Let's hear about the first smoking device you ever had to MacGyver as a shorty.
Honestly, I don't. I think probably we did like the
can?
apple
The
shit.
apple?
I don't think we ever did a can.
You didn't? You missed the can? Good
Yeah.
for you, man. You gotta live 5 years longer than me.
You didn't go to the
For sure.
You didn't go to the hardware store and make a pipe.
Nah, I feel like
You guys were
we
rolling.
probably might have done it and I wouldn't remember it. Like we probably did it just
Yeah.
based off of like curiosity.
Yeah.
But like Nah, we were rolling joints.
Good.
Pregnant ass bitches.
Y'all got to it early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a little while.
Actually,
slow while,
the acrylic bongs with the fucking, the colored acrylic plastic bongs.
Yeah.
The one when they had like the fucking air pump. We used to roll a blunt and we'd stick it in the pump.
Oh, like the gravity bong type shit.
It had like a little electronic device.
I didn't know about no device like this back then. No shit, man.
It was like a electric device that had like.
You guys were so far ahead of us.
Yeah, it was like you'd put it in and like, you put the bowl in and you'd push the button and you put the lighter and it would pull the air
like a
out.
vacuum.
It would suck the air.
So we would instead
shit.
we'd stick the blunt. We'd roll a blunt, stick the blunt on the hole of the thing, and basically just
bong get the blunt there.
Fuck, bro.
But that was like some spoiled shit. We
Yeah.
had to make them. That was probably like a $20-$30 bong.
Nice. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. So let me hear your top three strains. Now, one of them is your back in the day strain. You're one of your
Frisco
OG
Glue.
go-tos. What's that?
Frisco Glue,
Frisco Glue.
kind of like a Nade.
Okay. Now the second one's gonna be Desert Island strain. You can only smoke one strain for the rest of your life.
Frisco Glue.
Oh, we're good. Let's go. It was that good. All right.
Yeah.
And something new you fucking with?
New.
Frisco.
I don't know if. I mean, I wish. I don't know if. I don't know if this is new enough, but. I mean, like a OZ Kush type of thing. I'm not
OZ
big.
Kush? Okay.
I'm not big on like. I like the Zushis. I like. I do like that. I just don't want Skittles. I love Skittles, but like, there's a couple OZ Kush phenos I've had that's like, bro, it's just too perfect.
It's the
of
perfect
flavor and the gas.
Perfect blend, yeah.
And banger, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, if I had to choose between my perfect pheno of OZ Kush and the 22, which I think is a perfect pheno, like there's a couple OZ Kushes that I had that was just like so perfect for me.
Because a lot of people pop those seeds.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of different phenos. And I've had some cool ones.
Yep.
Definitely. I've had some outdoor cool OZ Kushes back when those dropped. Word. So, shout out your favorite plug from back in the day, man. I like to give plugs their respect and
Browski.
their honor back in the day. So look, man.
Browski.
Shout out to Browski, man. And you have to get him something nice on June 16th because I made that plug day.
I heard that plug day.
It's a good.
Pac's birthday.
Pac's birthday, my birthday. It's a beautiful thing. I selfishly did it on my birthday. You know what I mean?
I'll give Drew Sear the National Plug Day Award. That was the day he passed away. Father's
There
Day,
it is.
June 16th.
Yeah.
So
I
for
love
me,
that day.
I'll give that to Drew.
Beautiful.
Not that Drew was my plug, but
He was upload.
he was.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
there you go.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Hell
Sure,
yeah.
he was once.
Yeah, no, for sure. To a lot of people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, to a lot of people.
He done bought something off him once.
Not just weed either.
Yeah,
What'd you want?
exactly.
Oh, man. Casey.
Hey, he was serious about his grind.
That's right.
He was.
Beautiful.
If you could go back to the younger you and give the younger you some advice, what would that advice be?
Dude, I know this one off the top of my head because it's so important to me. If I could teach a young Tone the concept of time, value of time, like that, like not money, not nothing else, not like, nothing like that. If I could teach that kid like what a minute is, an hour is, a day is, a week, a month, a year, a decade, like if he could understand how important time is,
Yeah, man.
oh, dude, I would change the world.
Because as an older man,
Change my world.
as an older man, it's like, fuck, bro, it's your biggest asset, and it's always running out, man. You can never get a second back. You can make money back all day. You can never get a second back.
So I'm 42.
Yeah.
Being that I've been smoking Newports since 1996,
You
a
still
pack a
smoking
day.
Ports?
Yeah,
Oh, you a bad motherfucker, boy.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ports.
I
I
quit.
stopped at 36.
We don't fuck with cloves, bro. We got
No, straight port,
cancer.
bro, ports, bro.
I quit. I
Age
quit
12
at
to
17
fucking
years.
30, bro.
It's been 11 years, I think, since I've had one.
But yeah, fucking 42. Chances are I have more days behind me than ahead of me.
Yeah. It's weird, right? It's weird, but what are you gonna do, right?
It's
That's good
you know,
advice, man. That's good advice.
That's it.
What's the best advice somebody ever gave you? Or maybe shout out a mentor that you had in your life.
Doyle Brunson.
Doyle Brunson, shout out to him.
He's like a pioneer of poker, old school.
Oh yeah, Doyle Brunson.
Okay.
The cowboy hat. Fucking, they call him Texas Dolly. He's like
that?
90 something years old now. 90
shit.
years
He's still
old.
alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. He wrote a book that's called The Super System. That's, referred to as, I want to say he wrote it in the early 80s. Like, it's been out for a while. Maybe Super System 2 is, like, redefined a little later. It's been out a long time. But, yeah, he wrote this book that's referred to as the Poker Bible. And
No shit.
one of his things is always go with your gut. He's like, in the beginning, you're going to be wrong. He's like, but if you keep going with your gut, you're going to develop it like a sixth sense. He's like, always go with your gut.
Okay.
So that's
And that has served you in your poker career? Because I see you get busy.
that shit served me
In life.
in life.
In life, right?
And
That's
then
a
the
life lesson
times
for
that
sure.
I had the gut feeling that I didn't go with it, usually I fucked
the
up. You know what I mean?
examples.
So it's like not only am I
Oh, man.
reminded when I'm rewarded, I'm also reminded when I'm fucking
I could tell you
know.
some bad ones, man. Yeah. Yo,
always
so,
go with your
Oh,
gut.
you're a card player,
oh yeah, he plays cards,
huh?
yeah.
Nice. I play as well.
Oh hell yeah.
I'll be having a
love
game
poker.
every now at the house. I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, do that.
Have a good game.
Hell yeah.
Please.
So, before we go into some rapid fire questions and wrap this thing up, do you have any cool acid or shroom stories for us? Do you fuck with psychedelics?
My microdose.
Microdose?
I haven't done any.
You never like blast off?
I have
regular
years
dose.
ago, not since I've been a kid.
Yeah,
I had a
for
bad
sure.
trip last time off
Did you?
shrooms. Fucking, me and my brother Joe went to go meet some chicks, and they were shrooming. It was like a group of chicks at this house, and like we walk in, and like I eat like a cap, like one cap. He eats some, and like we're sitting in the kitchen, and it's fucking the heaters on, and like broads are playing Super Mario in the other room. We're in the kitchen, and all I could hear is the refrigerator, the clock ticking, and boom, 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 boom. And I was just like, dude, fucking get me out of here. He's like,
not
dude, what's
cool.
wrong with you? And I'm hella pale, sweating profusely.
man.
That was the last time I really tweaked out on shrooms.
Okay. You know what? You did yourself a favor. My mother always taught me, if you ever have a bad trip, don't do it again. Because it might, you know what I mean? It might be bad again. You know what I'm saying?
I've been
So I had
wanting
that on
to.
acid
I've
and I
been
haven't
wanting
since.
to lately.
I
I
haven't
really
since.
want to do it.
Dope. Yeah.
Same.
But
I can handle shrooms.
there's always that thing where it's like, I don't know. I don't.
Well, now you
don't
just
have
you
space.
probably understand you need to set up your environment.
That.
That
Like,
and don't stay fucking side.
you know,
That part.
set the good
Don't-
music,
yeah, you feel me?
set the good vibes, the couch, your own game.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's
And
what it
then-
is for sure.
Yeah.
So man. So I'm gonna hit you with some rapid fires. These are one word answers. It's hard to do, but
No right or wrongs.
no right or wrongs, and you can say both. Do you like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
Cold.
LED or HPS?
HPS.
Living soil or cocoa? Or if you use
Soil.
cubes- soils?
I mean, if I'm smoking,
That's right.
I'm smoking.
Bongs or bowls?
Neither.
Cold start or hot start?
Cold start.
Yeah, my man. Rig or Puffco?
Neither. I don't dab.
Okay. Street smarts or book smarts?
Street smarts.
Beavis or Butthead?
Butthead.
Ren or Stimpy?
Ren.
SpongeBob or Patrick?
SpongeBob.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Marvel or DC?
Neither.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Street Fighter for sure.
Regular doinks or hash holes?
Fuck hash holes.
Football or baseball?
Baseball.
My man. Mets or Yankees?
Fuck Boston.
That works for me. 80s or 90s?
90s. I'm an 80s baby, but
Right?
yeah.
kind of heyday was in the 90s.
90s raised me.
New York or LA?
Fuck LA.
Nor Cal or SoCal?
And these are from the fuck Boston, fuck LA. These are baseball fucks. A lot of people don't know. Like sometimes on my page, people get upset. They're like, "Why are you always like fuck LA?" And it's like, cuz, bro, it's some baseball shit.
Bro.
That's all it is.
My uncles hate LA
Big
too
Floe.
because we all kind of migrated from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they took the Dodgers away from us. So
Yeah,
we were Dodgers. Now we're
Well,
Mets,
that's why
you know?
the rivalry is so thick. It used to be New York Giants and Brooklyn Dodgers, and both came to California, and now we're rivals over here. You know, so that rivalry is thick.
It is.
Go Big
It
Blue.
is. Pizza or tacos?
Tacos,
Beach or snow? On the Good Pizza Show.
beach.
Hey, he keeps it real.
I don't fuck with pizza, to be honest.
For real?
Very, very picky about pizza.
Really?
But then when I'm hungry and lazy, I'll get a fucking $30 overpriced round table pizza and drench it in ranch. Like,
What the fuck, Tone?
yeah,
What you doing, bro?
I'm not one. I like very few pizzas.
Okay.
This nigga knows all the gourmet,
This
hole in the wall,
I found
good
them all.
pizza.
I have to find it to survive.
You could call him from whatever section of town you're in and say,
got
"Give me
you.
the good place," and he'll be like, "Yeah, Nikki's over here around the corner from where you at."
Next
It's never, it's never round table.
He has to, right?
Don't sleep on. Yeah, my name is Good Pizza, right? Fuck. And that's not just weed. So, you got some spots though.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
got spots,
next time you're in Oakland,
for sure.
I want your opinion on my homie Graffiti Pizza.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. We'll go.
Obviously, a small
two
tagger
things.
homie.
Oh, it's
Two
great.
things you're
Love that.
into.
Fuck, love it.
You get hit up on the wall, like
Oh, say what?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck yeah.
it's dope.
I plan on it.
bathroom bombed.
Oh, I love it.
It's like the
It's my
80s.
favorite bathroom.
Yeah.
It's my favorite bathroom. Beach or snow?
Beach,
The Wire or The Sopranos?
dude. I know, I know how you are, but The Wire to me
judge you.
is the greatest show ever.
Yeah.
And Sopranos
Oh, Wire's
is great.
fire.
Sopranos is great too. It's weird. So I have this thing where like it's Sopranos, it's The Wire, it's I also like Homeland,
Great one.
House of Cards.
That was good.
You know, like there's Breaking Bad, like there's no. It's kind of like when you ask someone the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like there's no right or wrong answer. But if you don't name at least one of those,
Yeah.
we're not even listening to you about anything from
Yeah,
now
well,
on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
sure.
someone who hasn't seen Sopranos or The Wires in 2022, it's like we don't care about your opinion.
You're right.
Yeah, you better be
I don't
under.
think we can-
You better be
Who
under
fuck you?
20.
You're right.
You better be
right.
under 20.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. Gelato Runs Terps or OG Gas?
Oh, gee, bro.
Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Death Row.
All right, I like it. So before we wrap up, I like to share like the power of networking and connections, and like, you know, if you network properly and you keep it solid and keep it organic, you can really meet anybody. And you know, so how did we meet? We met on Instagram through mutual friends. And then I always like to ask, who do you know that I should know? Who should I have on the show, man? Who needs to be heard?
Shit, that's a good question. As far as like a brand or just someone
A brand.
interested?
I interview
Person.
dope humans.
Person of the
You know what I'm saying? It
culture,
doesn't
who
have
got
to be,
history.
Like, yeah, they probably want to fuck with weed because it's a weed show.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But,
been around.
Be legit.
okay.
Oh, be
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I have some mutual friends. We
Yeah.
have mutual friends.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
dope.
great story.
Yeah, I think, yeah. You know, I've been wanting to fire up a podcast for a while. There's
You should, bro. You know everybody.
I know,
Everybody fucks
bro.
with
This shit ain't easy.
No, it's not.
It's not
It's
easy.
not.
You know, like this is like
You gotta have a team.
I don't have a team, but I do have the passion for it. I just like it's really hard to commit to this.
Yeah.
But like what I say, my hack is talk about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So like if I could do this, like yeah, absolutely. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just think of people like, people that I would want to talk to, on some weed shit.
Yeah.
And I know B, obviously fuck with Cookie.
Yeah.
Like I know B well.
Hell yeah, bro.
Had great talks with B. That's why I said like, yeah, should get B on here.
Definitely. Definitely. I fucks with that. So how can we help you on your mission, bro? How can I reach into my network and help you, brother?
This is more than fucking enough.
Beautiful. How can people find you? Str8 Flame?
Str8 Flame on Instagram.
Clone drop coming soon, October 1st. Lock in if you want some
Nor
shirt back.
Cal out with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
got
solid,
that
man.
going. October should be fun. You know,
That's
me and the
solid.
homies. We did a bunch of Cherry Kush crosses. We got like at least 10 different lines. Just first time doing it, and we got a bunch of seeds that we're gonna drop. You know, everyone's like, anytime I post them, they're like, "What's up? How do we get those? You doing it?" Like, yeah, we just wanted to stack some seeds, and like, you know, I want to go through some too, even though I don't really have space to do it. You know, I only got a few lights, but like really where it's at right now, like finding your own shit and fucking,
It's the only way right now.
you know what I mean? Like that, like penetrating the rec
Stay in the
market,
game.
like that's it.
It's the only way, bro.
You know, what am I gonna bring an LCG cut to fucking,
Nah.
you know,
You
to
get
the
your head
homies to
knocked
grow,
off, bro.
you know? So it's like, yeah, you just gotta come with some new shit.
Yeah,
You know,
come
just
correct.
doing that. And then also like, you know, a lot of people don't want to, you know, a lot of people don't want to like let shit go. You know, like kind of like this whole thing, the shirt banger release thing. You know, I told Nor Cal a while ago, like, bro, you should let that go. Like at some point where this game is at, if you get your strain to where you want it to be, they're gonna fucking make money off of your work. No matter what you do, you don't even have to let the cut out. It doesn't matter. Someone is gonna bootleg your shit, which the Runts get the most credit for, because they were like the first brand, like they were okay with that.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them. You know, so it's like, yeah, you want people to, you know, seek after your strain and try to like rename shit that's similar or whatever. But at the same time, like when it gets to the point where like, you know, there's people selling cuts of it, it's like, bro, you just gotta let that shit go.
Oh yeah.
You know, so like
Well, I did.
with my thing is like, I want to go through and hunt these seeds. I want to give some seeds to some of the grow homies that I know can pheno hunt and successfully and find some dope shit, and then let some seeds out to the public and like grow them out and fucking
And let it live.
and
Hell
let
yeah.
it and let, you
I'll
know,
buy a
grow it
pack,
out,
yeah.
you know, grow it out, get it on the shelves, you know, get
That's
this
right.
shit on the shelves, spread it out, and then fucking release the genetics. Let the growers, you know, like how many growers want to go to the club to go buy some weed from someone that they fuck with?
Right.
I don't. You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't want to go to the club and buy some weed. But like, yeah, if you have this dope ass weed
Yeah.
and I could grow it and I fuck with you, yeah, I'll fucking buy a clone. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. My homie was like, what do you
man.
want to get out of the seed project? I was like, breeder's cuts. Like, that's it. I want to find dope shit. And if someone finds something doper, like, bro, sell me one. I'll buy one. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I'll buy, what do you want for it? You want
Hell
a couple grand for your pheno that you found out of one of my fucking 12 seed packs? Like, you know, 12 seeds in a pack. You found a keeper that's hella dank, and you want to sell one? Fuck yeah, I'll buy one.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that, I think that's where it's at. For me. You
That's
know?
dope, man.
Which is just finding fire and just, like, trying to figure out how to get it to people who want it.
Hell yeah.
And I can't do that shit by myself.
That's a
You know,
great
it
way to
takes
do
a
it.
team.
That's a great way to do it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck yeah, man. Well,
Great
shit.
strategy.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, see
So
what
Str8
happens.
Flame, man. Tap in with Str8 Flame, man. I appreciate you spending some time with us,
Oh, this
man.
is dope.
Chopping up some game, man.
Like,
Spell it.
hey, like we did this shit before, though, right? For
real, though.
Like, I already know.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you coming up here, having me come up here.
Absolutely, brother.
Yeah.
Anytime,
It's dope.
man. We'll have
Spell
you
it
back.
for the people, because Instagram
Yeah.
be crazy.
STR letter the number 8 Flame FLAME, right?
Yes, sir.
Boom, Str8 Flame. Good pizza.
Yup.
We'll see y'all next time, man. Peace, love, good pizza. We up out of here.
Mighty